Hello and welcome to the JB&M Sports Fanatic stream, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining me here for this here stream. And so, yeah, we've got a good one here. Two teams in the top 25. You have number 12, Oklahoma State Cowboys. They're currently 5-0, 2-0 in conference play. Going it down to the Texas Longhorns, a team that went up big against Oklahoma last week until Oklahoma discovered Caleb Williams. And then after that, Oklahoma came back. And wow, what a comeback that was for Oklahoma last week. I know Texas, that was devastating. So they're going to want to bounce back here against the Oklahoma State Cowboys. And can Texas offense play 4 quarters in this game? I'm looking forward to seeing what they have. I mean, obviously the weapons that Texas have on offense, those receivers particularly, the back in the backfield, guys like Worthy and so forth. I'm looking forward to seeing them shine in this game, in this matchup here. I think they're going to see a lot of man-to-man coverage. And so I'm liking what I'm going to be seeing from Texas. That's for Oklahoma State. They've been having a tremendous season right now. The Big 12 is definitely within grasp. And so they want to go out here and win this tough one on the road. It's going to be a tough one, but it's going to be one that I'm really looking forward to seeing for both of these teams. And it's a great opportunity for both of these teams moving forward to get this big-time win either way. So I'm excited for this one. Definitely am excited for this one. Oklahoma State Cowboys, I'll be really intrigued to see their defense in this one versus Texas offense. And so, Michael, thank you for joining the stream, man. And yes, we are live here. So there we go. Way to get this stream started. Glad to have you here, Michael. Let me know which team you're rooting for here, but glad that you're here. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, man. First one here. There we go. Way to get the stream started. Absolutely. So, yeah, in this game, I'm going to go Texas wins this one. I know Oklahoma State, they've got a better defense than they've had over the last couple of years. And so, but I still think that this is a game where Texas can bounce back from their loss. I say it all the time. Texas, sometimes when they come ready to play, they look like a top 15 team. But as we saw in the second half, they also have moments where they don't look like a top 25 team. But if they can consistently go out there and play 4 quarters, I think Texas can win this one at home. Let's see. You say you pick Oklahoma? Okay, yeah, Oklahoma State, they definitely – they are the favorites in this one. I'm looking at the ESPN Football Power Index, and according to that, they've got them as a 79.2% favorites in this one. So, yeah, a lot of people expect for Oklahoma State to win this one, as they should be favorites because, they've got the better defense, and their offense is very good as well. So, we'll see how this plays out. But I love rooting for the underdogs sometimes, so I got Texas. Looks like I got them in back-to-back weeks. Okay, so Texas is one to toss, and they're going to receive. So we'll get to see Texas offense come out first. Let's see. Texas leads the series all-time 26-9, but Oklahoma State has won 7 of the last 11 meetings between these two teams, although Texas has won the last 2 games. All right, so it seems to be a lot of wind out there. We'll see how that impacts things. And the kickoff is on the way. No return. All right, so we're going to have that 1st and 10 ball at the Texas 25-yard line. We'll get to see how the Longhorns do in this one. Quarterback Casey Thompson, last 4 games, 67% completion, 250 yards a game approximately, and 13 touchdowns to 3 interceptions. What I saw from him last week against Oklahoma, he definitely can make the right reads and stuff like that. His problem is the offensive line's got to protect for him and give him time. He tends to hold the ball just a little bit longer than I would like, but when he does throw the ball, it gets there. Out of the shotgun, no backs in the backfield. They motion the receiver. He catches it. And now the receiver, he's going all the way to – that's about a 8-yard gain there for Bijah Robinson. I believe that's the running back, actually. He was lined up at wide receiver on the play. So look at their offense. The Longhorns average 44.5 points per game in this one. They're fifth in the FBS offensively. I mean, they have a ton of receivers in this one. Joshua Moore, Xavier Worthy, Marcus Washington, guys like that on the outside. It's no wonder this offense scores a lot. Receiver goes in motion. One back in the backfield, takes a snap, hands it to the back. And that's going to be a pickup of about 5 yards. Let's see, Michael says, where is everybody? Well, the crew usually gets here within the first couple minutes. So I expect for them to be here within the next 5-10 minutes, or at least 1 or 2 of them. So we'll see how that happens. But generally, they'll get here within the next couple minutes. All right, so here we go. Out of the shotgun. You've got 2 receivers towards the top of the screen. Receiver goes in motion. Takes a snap. He's looking. He steps up. He's moving. He's going to run. And that's going to be a scramble of about 6 yards in the play for Thompson. So Casey Thompson with the scramble there, making it 2nd and 4. Ball at the Texas 44-yard line. Again, this team last week came off to a fast start in which they were able to light it up in the first half. I believe they had like maybe 38 points or something like that in the first half last week. So we'll see how they're going to be able to continue to do this time. Can they get off to a fast start and also finish? Let's see. In a shotgun. That goes in motion. Takes a snap. Tosses it to the receiver. And he takes it to the 50. Still on his feet. The 40. 35. All the way down to about the 31-yard line of Oklahoma State. What an excellent play call that was. Tossed it to the receiver in motion. Used the running back as a decoy. And, man, it worked out. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Ball at the 31-yard line. Out of the shotgun. Takes a snap. He's looking. He throws it. And it's caught. I believe that's Joshua Moore. And he takes it all the way to about the 14-yard line. I'm sorry, that was Robinson on the reception. So far, Casey Thompson, 3 of 3, 50 yards through the air. All right, out of the shotgun, takes a snap, hands it to the back. That's Robinson, and Robinson gains about a good 3 yards on the carry. That's going to make it 2nd and 7. Ball at the Oklahoma State 11-yard line. So far in this drive, you have 6 plays, 64 yards, 2 minutes and 46 seconds off the clock. This is a big test for Oklahoma State defense. Thompson's got one back in the backfield behind him. Tight end goes in motion. 2 receivers towards the bottom of the screen. Takes a snap. Oklahoma State's in pressure. He throws it up. Incomplete. Incomplete. And he was aiming for Xavier Worthy. That's a name to definitely keep your eyes on in terms of Xavier Worthy. I know you had a big game against Oklahoma last week, and we'll see if he can repeat that against Oklahoma State this week. But 3rd and 7 coming up. Ball at the Oklahoma State 11-yard line. Out of the shotgun. 3 receivers towards the bottom of the screen. Takes the snap. He's looking. He throws. And it's caught by the receiver. And that's going to take it to the 2-yard line. That was Joshua Moore with the reception. When you give this Texas team time to throw the ball, they will move the ball on you. The only way to stop this team is to get pressure on them. All right, shotgun formation. Robinson's the back in the backfield. Receiver goes in motion. Takes a snap. Hands it to the back. He's running. And he's going to be a little short here. I think he's about a yard short. That was Robinson on the carry. 2nd and goal. Ball at the Oklahoma State 1-yard line. All right, here we go. One back in the backfield. Two receivers on the play. Tight end goes in motion. Takes a snap. Hands it to the back. And the back, unable to get into the end zone. That's going to be no gains on the play. Brings up 3rd and goal. Yeah, excellent tackle there by Oklahoma State. Important 3rd down here. All right, takes a snap up under center. Hands it to the back. Robinson cuts in. Touchdown, Texas. So Bijan Robinson, he gets the first points of the day. And on the opening drive, the Texas Longhorns, they're able to convert for a touchdown. And they're up 6-0 in this one, pending the extra point. But on this drive, we're talking about 11 plays, 75 yards, 4 minutes, and 52 seconds in terms of time of possession. And that's obviously huge for this team. Because you think about what they did last week against Oklahoma. While they were able to score on the opening drive, they did it on just the first play of the drive. So they really didn't get that much in terms of time of possession. This time around, they moved the ball down, was able to take some time off the clock. And ultimately, I think that can make the difference if they're able to have drives like this and finish in the end zone while taking some time off the clock. So great job by Texas to finish in the end zone in that first drive. And just to take a real recap right now of where the Big 12 is as a conference right now in the standings, just in terms of conference play. Obviously, you have Oklahoma at the top of the Big 12 right now. They're currently 3-0 in the conference. Oklahoma State, who we're watching right now, they're currently 2-0 in the conference. Baylor, 3-1. Texas is 2-1 in the conference. They just lost last week to Oklahoma. You've got Iowa State, they're 1-1 in the conference. TCU is 1-1. Texas Tech is 1-2. Meanwhile, Kansas State is 0-2. Kansas is 0-2. And West Virginia is 0-3 so far in the Big 12 conference standings. So 80s horror fan, glad to have you here, man. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining here on a Saturday. And already we got the Texas Longhorns up in this one, 7-0 against the Oklahoma State Cowboys. But yeah, glad to have you here. How's it going? Are you rooting for Oklahoma State in this one, or do you have Texas? But yeah, again, that drive was 11 plays, 75 yards, 4 minutes and 52 seconds off the clock, capped off by running back Bijan Robinson with a 1-yard run in the end zone for Texas. I mean, on that drive, they really utilized Robinson a lot. I mean, he had 2 receptions, 25 yards, also had 5 carries for 10 yards in that one. So he did a great job on that drive. Let's see. 80 Sword fan says, why did the Eagles trade Zach Ertz? I mean, it's the timing that really got me. I know that the rumors were there that they wanted to trade him, so forth. I believe that the Eagles, they have another tight end. I forget his name that they're very high on right now. So that's why they made the trade in terms of trading away Zach Ertz. I mean, the timing of it, I feel like we just saw Zach Ertz play a pretty good game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So I probably wouldn't have did it, but I'm sure they have their reasons for it. But yeah, so it made sense for the Arizona Cardinals. Now the Eagles, what they got in return, that cornerback though, I know that they have their eyes on him in the draft, but obviously if you wait to the 6th round, for you to trade a Pro Bowl tight end for him, I know the kid comes with some potential, so I'm looking forward to seeing what he's going to be able to do for the Eagles moving forward. So he's really going to be the determining factor. If he reaches the potential, then yeah. There's another tight end other than like Goldberg that you guys have that they were talking about. I read about. It was like, I think he was a 3rd string tight end, and he's been impressing the Eagles so far to where they felt like, okay, we've got enough tight ends here to where we can make that move. And so you're going for Oklahoma State, okay? Bet. But yeah, and so yeah, I know about Dallas, but there was another tight end that you guys currently have on the roster that the Eagles organization is very impressed with and feels going to be a good second tight end for you guys. So We'll see how that plays out, though. Let's see. Oklahoma State in this. Let's see. One back in the backfield now. Takes it. Fakes it to the back. Texas sends 3. Ball, he's going deep. Oh, his receiver just dropped it right off the fingertips. And last week we saw Spencer Rattler. This week we're watching Spencer Sanders for Oklahoma State. And man, the ball was there too for these receivers right off the fingertips. That's a catch you want to make. All right, 3 receivers on the play, 2 backs in the backfield. Takes the snap, fakes it to the back. Sanders looking, throws it, and it's caught. And Texas makes the tackle. That's going to be a 1-yard gain. That was Warren with the reception. And so, yeah, but I understand that. I mean, Ertz, I know the guy was a passionate tight end. I will say that. So, I mean, they made the trade. It made sense for the Eagles. I mean, for the Cardinals on that one. But, yeah, a little bit surprising. And the timing of it all as well. Let's see. Out of the shotgun, 4 receivers on the play. Takes a snap. Hands it to the back. And he's got space. He gets the first down. All right, Tyree Jackson, that was the one. Tyree Jackson, that was the tight end. Yeah, appreciate that one. Yeah, Tyree Jackson. So the Eagles have high hopes for him moving forward. So we'll see how that plays out. All right, so they're watching the replay here, and it looks like that elbow hit the ground before he got the first down. So now that brings up a 4th and 1 situation. My question is, will Oklahoma State actually punt the ball? Or will they go for it? I feel like in a matchup like this where you know it's going to be offense for both teams, you almost sort of got to really consider at least trying to go for it. Maybe draw them off sides or something. But I will say this, though. I mean, looking at the college football schedule that we have this morning, and wow, there's a lot of good games out there. I mean, obviously this game, consisting of 2 ranked teams. That's why I chose this one. But there's also, I know, University of Florida versus LSU. That's still a rivalry game, even though LSU hasn't been playing their best football this year. And obviously Auburn versus Arkansas. I mean, right now Auburn's up 7-0 in that one versus Arkansas. So a lot of good games going on. Nebraska, Minnesota, UCF versus Cincinnati. All right, so it's looking like they're going to line up to punt the ball. Let's see if they actually do that. All right, so they punt the ball. All right, we're going to have a return here. And Robinson trying to make some people miss here. Let's see the 20, 25, all the way to the 30-yard line. So what a return by Robinson. I'm sorry, that's Jameson. Because in college, you can have 2 guys with the same jersey number. All right, so a holding penalty against Texas. That's going to take away from that return. Let's see. Auburn versus Arkansas. Who do I have winning? That's a tough one right there because I was looking at that matchup and I was like, well, I know Arkansas, they can light it up. I know the game that we watched for Arkansas was the worst game to pick in terms of just for Arkansas. I mean, they just fell apart against Georgia. However, I do feel that they will score a lot of points in this one. I got to go with Arkansas in this one. At home, you just lost 2 straight. The last one you lost because you went for 2, unable to convert. So, I mean, versus Auburn, I don't expect Auburn to score a lot of points in this one. So, I'm going to go with Arkansas in this one. Arkansas is going to win this one, but it's going to be a close one. It's going to be a close one, very close one. but I'm going to go Arkansas wins. Probably something along the lines of 28-24, something like that. Who you got in that one? All right, let me see. You say Auburn for sure. Hey, I mean, I call it like I see it. I call it like I see it. I mean, I just feel that, I mean, Auburn's, I like their defensive matchup against this team. Just when it comes to their offense, it's hit or miss sometimes. And so, I mean, I don't think that Arkansas is a team that should lose 3 in a row. And so they're in the SEC. They've got to win games like this if they're not going to finish on like a terrible slide this year. So I got to go with Arkansas this year. I mean, one of the few years that I'll pick Arkansas in this matchup. But it very well could be Auburn. Very well. I guess my question should be, who do you have in the Patriots and Cowboys game? That's what I want to know. Patriots and Cowboys. Who do you have in that one? All right, here we go. Out of the shotgun. Receiver goes in motion. Takes a snap. Fakes it to the back. Thompson's looking. Thompson throws it. And it is incomplete. But there is a penalty. There is a penalty. I'm going to assume they're going to call holding on the offense because there's a lot of pressure that was coming. And that offensive line gave him a little bit more time than I anticipated. All right, holding number 67 on the offense is the call. Because if Oklahoma State watched what Oklahoma did last week, then, I mean, they should definitely understand in terms of just you got to get pressure on your man. And so, hey, appreciate that. My first official super chat. Hey, appreciate you so much, 80s. Yeah, thank you so much, man. And so you say Patriots all the way at the Cowboys. There you go. There you go. Not only did I get the super chat, but he also said my Patriots there. Absolutely, man. I mean, I would love it if the Patriots win that. I got a homeboy that's a Cowboys fan. He's been talking about the Cowboys all year long before the season start. I got to win that one. We got to win that one. So I'm right there with you. Would appreciate that so much. And so there we go. 2-yard completion on the pass. And so, yeah, recently activated those super chats there. So appreciate you on that one. I didn't even realize it was officially up yet. But yeah, the biggest difference between Oklahoma State and Oklahoma when it comes to their defense is definitely the tackling when it comes to Oklahoma State. I got a feeling they're a little bit better of a tackling team than what Oklahoma was. And we saw that in the first half when Oklahoma played Texas. So we'll see how that makes a difference in this one. Meanwhile, Thompson throws it off the wrong foot. My goodness. That's incomplete. Let's see. 80 saying college players can have the same jersey. Exactly. Yeah. In college football, you can have 2 players with the same jersey number. Now, I'm not sure if there's a rule that says one's got to be an offensive player, the other's got to be a defensive player, because I've never seen 2 offensive players with the same jersey number. But yeah, I mean, because in the backfield, we see Robinson wearing number 5 for Texas, but there's also a kid named Jameson on special teams who's wearing number 5 as well. So yeah, 2 guys can have the same jersey number. That's been the case in the NCAA as far as I can remember. 2 guys can have the same jersey number. And I guess it does make sense because you look at the amount of players that's on a roster, especially for teams that might retire a jersey or something like that. Meanwhile, Texas is fit to punt the ball. And so in order to have enough jerseys for everybody, I guess some teams have to have a couple guys wear the same jersey number. All right, so we're going to get a return here. All right, all the way to about the 43-yard of Texas. But there is a penalty. There is a penalty. And so, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, it took a while to get used to it, and even then, I mean, if I'm used to seeing a number 5 out there, and like I know who that player is, and someone else wearing number 5, it might throw me off a little bit, but you know, I guess if you're a fan and you have the correct jersey number, you can really rep 2 guys with the same jersey. Let's see, 80 say, then they should start with numbers with 3 digits like 150. You know, if they went 3 digits, we'll start seeing defensive tackles out there with 000 and stuff like that, you know. So it would get crazy wild if they did that with 3 jersey numbers. I hope it doesn't reach that point. I really hope it doesn't. But that would be crazy. So tell me, which game today for you is the popcorn game, and which game is the Papa John's games for you in this one today? I'm sure once Mike joins us, we'll figure out which one is his popcorn game, but absolutely. But yeah, great job by Oklahoma State to force the punt against Texas on that one. And so that's going to be the difference in this one. I feel Oklahoma State's defense is going to get a lot more stops than what we saw Oklahoma did last week. And if you're Oklahoma State, you really want to win this game as well. You want to be toe-to-toe with Oklahoma. I mean, if I had to pick a team right now to win that conference, I'm still going to go with Oklahoma State in this one to win the conference. I mean, Texas, I don't think they'll be consistent enough. Oklahoma, they've just given me too many scares this year in terms of just too many close games. So Oklahoma State, they're going to have to do it. But my big thing is when Oklahoma State plays Oklahoma, that's when they're going to have to show me that they can go ahead and take this division. That's been a problem for them since I can remember in terms of beating Oklahoma. So we'll see if this year is officially the year. All right, let's see. 80 say the Kentucky versus Georgia is the popcorn game for sure. And so I definitely understand on that one. And so I think that's the perfect call there. Not going to make that my Papa John's game. I'm going to make that my popcorn game because I want to see what Kentucky can do. Now, they have some impressive wins when they beat Florida, especially when Florida was coming off of a win not too long ago against Alabama. Now, obviously, we saw Texas A&M beat them as well. But I think that's a good call right there. Georgia and Kentucky, especially down in Athens as well. I want to see how Kentucky looks in that one. I expect Georgia to come out and dominate, but I'm going to be really watching to see how Kentucky can do in that one. And so, Mike, man, thank you so much for joining the stream. Now that Mike here, it feels like the stream is officially started, guys. Here we go. And so, yeah, glad to have you here, Mike. And you said they got football on Saturdays? Not? My goodness, what an age we live in. Absolutely, man. Glad to have you here, Mike. And so are you rooting for Oklahoma State in this one? The Cowboys. And so let's see. 80 say Mike is here now. It's a party. There you go. There you go. We've got the major ingredients here. All right, Oklahoma State takes it now. There's one back in the backfield. Takes it. Let's see. They're running option. Fakes it to the back. Keeps it. He ends up losing 2 yards on the play. And that is Sanders right there. He's going to lose like 2 yards on the play. Spencer Sanders. This brings up a 3rd and 8 situation. Big third down here for Oklahoma State. You want to get things going on offense. Out of the shotgun, you've got 4 receivers on the play. 2 at the top of the screen. 1 receiver goes in motion, takes a snap. Texas sends 4. He's moving around. He's feeling the pressure. He's looking. And he's going to run and throw it. Incomplete. But there is a flag. There is a flag. And penalties can change the outcome of a game. Who is the flag on? Meanwhile, while they discuss that, let's see. Mike says 80s. Hey, 80s going to fire up the TV. Who the underdog? And so, yeah, the underdog in this one is Texas. Texas is the underdog here. Oklahoma State comes into this one undefeated, ranked number 12. Oh, man, come on. Horse collar on the defense? Horse collar on the defense? What? I'm telling you, looking at that guy, he reminds me a lot of Malcolm Brown, just looking at this guy, Corborn. But, man, are you kidding me? Horse collar? Really? I mean, wow, that is an odd call right now in this situation. But, I mean, it is what it is. 1st and 10, one back in the backfield. Tight end goes in motion, takes a snap. He's looking, quick throw to the receiver. Receiver's looking, and he's going to pick up the first down and then some. That's about a 13, 14-yard completion on the play. And so, yeah, I mean, that's the question we have. Meanwhile, out of the shotgun, you got the tight end in back in the, tight end motions up, one back behind him, takes it, hands it to the back, and the back, he's running. He's got room. Takes it all the way to about the 29-yard line of Texas. So look at Oklahoma State. And that was Jalen Warren with the carry, 14 yards. 1st and 10 at the Texas 29-yard line. They're playing with some tempo right now. One back behind the quarterback. 3 receivers on the play. Takes a snap. Fakes it to the back. He's looking. He has time. He throws it. It's caught by his receiver all the way to about the 9-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the Texas 9-yard line. And so Sanders, he's showing he can throw the rock when you give him some time. He's 3 of 4, 16 yards so far in this one. 1st and goal. Receiver in motion, takes a snap. He's going to keep it. He's going to keep it. He's looking, takes it to the 6-yard line. And that's a good call because if you watch Oklahoma, you see last week how Oklahoma with Caleb Williams was able to utilize that quarterback keeper play. So therefore, Sanders incorporating a little bit of his own version on that one. And so here we go, 2nd and goal. Ball at the Texas 6-yard line. So far, 6 plays, 66 yards, 2 minutes and 30 seconds off the clock. One back behind the quarterback. Warren is now next to the quarterback, takes a snap, and he hands it to Warren up the middle. And that's going to be about a 2-yard gain. Takes it all the way to the 4-yard line. So now we're looking at 3rd and goal. This could be big for that Texas defense if they can hold them to 3 points as opposed to a touchdown. Meanwhile, vice versa. If Oklahoma State can score a touchdown, tie it up early, apply pressure to that Texas offense when they get the ball back. Out of the shotgun formation, 3 receivers on the play. One back in the backfield with him. Receiver goes in motion, takes a snap, throws it, and it is incomplete. He dropped it. The receiver dropped it. That's Tay Martin with the drop. The ball was there. He gave his receiver a chance to make the play. And that's incomplete. One thing about these Texas defensive backs, get in position to where you can make plays on the ball. It feels like you just switch the team and they're still playing catch up. Get in position where you can turn and look for the ball and make a play on the ball. Not saying that he could have made an interception or something, but I want to see them start being able to look where the ball's at. But here we go, 7-3. So Texas with the big goal line stand right there. Mike says, I like Texas. Going to have to learn Oklahoma State. And so this is right. This is the 2nd week in a row that we get to see Texas. And we know what Texas brings in terms of the receivers that they have. Joshua, I want more. They also have, guys like, Xavier Worthy, Marcus Washington, and then in the backfield, Bijay Robinson. So we heard about those guys. We saw Casey Thompson last week. But yeah, so we're learning a lot about, Spencer Sanders and Warren for the running back for Oklahoma State as well. So we're going to learn a lot about those guys here as well. Mike says that Arkansas is falling apart. Are they? Oh, man, that's not good for my projection. That's not good for my projection. What's the score? Okay, so the score is 7-3. Okay, that's, it's not bad. Let's see. Yeah, 7-3, that's not bad. Let's see. You say Cincinnati at UCF? Nope. And so Yeah, Cincinnati should run away with that one. I mean, this isn't the old UCF that we used to know back in the day. So I expect Cincinnati. I see they're at the goal line. They're up 7-0 in that one. I expect them to run with that one. Let's see. AD said, good, Mike. I got Auburn. So I guess I'm the only one that's going for Arkansas in that one, but that's okay. That is okay. So there you go. Let's see. Mike says, cornerback Josh Thompson, hand broke it up. Okay, so you had a hand on that one. Okay, that's nice. I still want to see them look back for the ball, though. Still want to see them looking back for the ball. Because if you want to make it to the next level, you got to be able to see the ball coming up. Because a lot of times they'll call you for that pass interference if they make contact with you and you're not looking back for the ball. So it's a good habit to practice looking back for that ball. But yeah, I'm really excited for the rest in terms of like the Big 12. I know Oklahoma State and Oklahoma, they're the only two that's left that's undefeated. And so even though I'm rooting for Texas in this one, Oklahoma State is who I'm rooting for to win the entire conference. Let's see, AD say November 13th, I will be at the Syracuse-Louisville game. And we're expecting a lot of good footage out of that one now when you're there. You know, so have a good camera with you. We're expecting to see a lot of good pictures, footage, all those close-ups. So that should be a fun one, though. Syracuse, I know they played last night against Clemson. I was rooting for Syracuse. They fell short against Clemson, but still, nonetheless, I'm excited for them in that one. Meanwhile, kickoff is on the way for Oklahoma State. Will we get a return? We will. All right, he's at the 10, the 15, 20. Makes it all the way to about the 26-yard line. So gain him an additional yard on that carry. And so AD say, I'm getting you to the big screen. LOL, yeah. So Syracuse, yeah, that was tough. I was rooting for them last night. That was tough. And so, but here we go. Well, let's see how they do on this drive here. Texas, an opportunity to utilize all those receivers that they have. What works so well for them is the quick passing game. When they're able to throw it quickly, they're going to want to get Xavier Worthy involved in this one. All right, so let's see. They've got two backs in the backfield with Thompson. Three receivers on the play. Receiver goes in motion, takes a snap, fakes it to the receiver. There's a penalty. All right, there is a flag on the play, so they stop the play, and you know what that means. It's going to be on the offense. This is going to be on the offense. Meanwhile, while they discuss the penalty, let's get to some of these comments here. Let's see, Mike says, didn't Louisville play Tuesday Night Football? And so that's a good question. All right, so that's a false start on the offense. Moving back 5 yards. It's going to be 1st and 15 now. Ball's going to back up to the Texas 22-yard line, and they'll go from there. Let's see, Mike says they played the Waterboy movie team, and so now Clemson lost to Syracuse last night. I believe it was by like 3 points. Meanwhile, Thompson throws the ball, and the receiver takes it back to the line of scrimmage. I believe that was Joshua Moore, is it, with the reception, or was that Bijah Robinson? But now Clemson lost last night. And so let's see. JL Gaming, thank you so much for joining the stream, man. Glad to have you here. Everything's going well. Definitely enjoying some college football here. Thank you so much for coming out. Let me know in the chat section who you got winning this one. Matter of fact, I see there's 14 people on. Let me know who you guys are rooting for in this one. Texas, Oklahoma State. Meanwhile, Thompson hands it off to the back. Robinson, he's running. And that's going to be a gain of about a good 10 yards on the carry there. That's going to make it 3rd and manageable there. 3rd and 5. Ball at the Texas 32-yard line. Let's see if Texas can get that first down. But, yeah, glad to have you on. And so, yeah, everything is going great. Glad to have you here. And so here we go. This will be 3rd and 6. Ball at the Texas 31-yard line. You've got Thompson in there. He's got no backs in the backfield with him, 5 wide. Oklahoma State, they're showing a little bit of pressure. Let's see how many they actually send. They only send 4. He's got time. He's going to go deep. He's got a man, and it's caught. It's a foot race at this point, 20 all the way down to the 10-yard line. And that was Marcus Washington with the 58-yard reception down to the Oklahoma State 11-yard line. So just like that, 58 yards. I love when you give this kid time to throw the ball. and he will find a deep guy. He has no fear going deep. And when you got receivers like this, I can't blame you for going deep. He's 7-9 in this game, 119 yards. What a completion here for Thompson, Casey Thompson. And he's fired up. And I started feeling they were going to come out this time motivated after that game last week. One back in the backfield, fakes it to the back. He's looking. He has to move. The pressure got to him, and that's going to be incomplete. He got hit while he was throwing it. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up. Ball at the Oklahoma State 11-yard line. Let's see. Mike says, have you seen Xavier? We're not worthy. Not yet. He hasn't had a reception yet in this one, but I'm looking forward to it. Now's the perfect time to target him because I really love what he can do. A quick pass to him might get you in the end zone. And so, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I said the wrong thing here. Syracuse, I was thinking about. Yeah, Syracuse lost, but Clemson was the one that won that game. And so 2nd and 10, out of the shotgun, takes a snap. Fake. He's going to keep it. Thompson, he's running. That's going to be a gain of about 1 yard on the carry. So that's going to bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 9 at the Oklahoma State 10-yard line. 5 plays, 63 yards, 2 minutes and 6 seconds on this drive. Is in the first quarter, 1 minute and 35 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Let's see. Rodmo Nim, thank you so much for joining the stream, man. Glad that you're here. And you said, can you show the game and stuff? So it's risky when you show the games. I know for like college football games, some channels, they're able to show it up there, but it's extremely risky to put it up there. That's why I do the play-by-play instead. But let's see. Out of the shotgun, he's looking. He throws it. And it is caught. Was it in bounds, though? The referee says he was out of bounds. It was close, though. I feel like he could have caught that one in bounds. But that was incomplete. But thank you for coming through for the stream. And so, absolutely. Let me see the replay one more time. Let's see. Did he get a foot in? Oh, no, that foot's out of bounds. That foot's out of bounds. That's incomplete. So, yeah, we're going to get a field goal attempt here. That's a 28-yard attempt. All right, let's see. 28-yard attempt, field goal. Let's see. Kick is on the way. Kick is good. Right down the middle. So that's going to give Texas a 10-3 lead here with 58 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Texas is up against Oklahoma State 10-3 in this one. And so, okay, let's see. And so, yeah, there you go. The crew is here, guys. So, yeah, make sure you guys press the thumbs up button. Really appreciate you guys so much. And let's see. Gerald Gaiman says, I just shared you out on my community tab. Hey, appreciate you so much, man. Really appreciate that. Really do appreciate that. And so, yeah, anybody that's watching that's new, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. We do all these play-by-plays every Saturday for college football. And then we do, Monday Night Football, Sunday Night Football, Thursday Night Football for the NFL. And I've just started adding Tuesdays will be NBA as well. So that's 5 nights of play-by-plays. In addition to that, all kind of sports content on this channel. So appreciate you guys and all the support. And so now let's see if Oklahoma State can come out here and tie it up. This is a big game for Oklahoma State in the conference. Right now, they're currently second in the Big 12. They want to make sure that they stay toe-to-toe with Oklahoma if they want to win it this year. As we get ready for the kickoff here. All right, so let's see. Dicker kicks it off. Will we get a return? No return on that. So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the Oklahoma State 25-yard line is where they're going to take over here in this one. And so far for Oklahoma State, in this one, Spencer Sanders, he's 4 of 6, 36 yards through the air. In this one, averaging about 6 yards a completion. On the ground, Jalen Warren, he's got 3 carries, 24 yards. He's averaging about 8 yards a carry. It probably would bode them well to utilize him a little bit more in the offense on this upcoming drive and so forth. As you can see, Texas is winning the total yards in this game so far, 138 to about 45. And so, yeah, it probably would bode them to run the ball a little bit more as well. Takes a snap, fakes it to the back. Sanders throws it. It's completed. That's going to be a first down. Gain of about 14 yards on the play before he's tackled by Jamison on the play. So first down for Oklahoma State. And Oklahoma State playing with some tempo. They've got 3 receivers. Tight end motions to the tight end slot, takes a snap, hands it to the back. And he cuts forward, but he's met at the line. That's going to be a gain of maybe a yard for Warren on the play. 2nd and 9. We've got 22 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. They're lining up. 3 receivers on the play. Takes a snap. He's looking. He has to move out the way. Avoids the rush. He's still running. He's looking. He throws it away. Smart play to throw that one away. He had to avoid the rush. Pressure was there. Good job by Texas to generate that pressure. And again, anybody who has not stated yet who they're going for in this one, definitely let me know who you're going for in this one. 80 say Mike's team is the Mud Dogs, huh? Okay. All right, here we go. 3rd and 9. Can Oklahoma State get the first down? You've got 4 receivers on the play. One goes in motion, takes a snap, throws it to the receiver. He should have some space. Can he get there? And he does get there. First down. What a play that was. Let's see, 3 seconds left on the clock. And yeah, that's going to take us to the end of the first quarter. So at the end of the first, the Texas Longhorns, they're up 10-3 in this one. But Oklahoma State with a big-time 3rd down conversion. And when we get back, they're going to have 1st and 10 at the Oklahoma State 49-yard line. And so, yeah, just to recap what Texas has done so far in this one. Casey Thompson, he's 7 of 11, 119 yards, averaging almost 11 yards of completion. And on the ground, Bijah Robinson, he's got 6 carries for 19 yards, averaging 3.2 yards a carry. Also has a touchdown so far in this one. Casey's carried the ball 3 times for no yards in this one. And then you look at Oklahoma State, Spencer Sanders, 6 of 9, 59 yards, averaging 6.6 yards of completion. On the ground, Jalen Warren, 4 carries, 25 yards, 6.3 yards a carry. Spencer Sanders also 3 carries for -5 yards so far in this one. In terms of receiving, Texas has gotten the ball to Joshua Moore 2 times for 9 yards. Bijah Robinson, they've really been utilizing Bijah. I like how they've been utilizing him. They've been using him other than just the, getting him involved in the passing game. 2 receptions, 25 yards, and also 6 carries on the ground. But he also has been used as a decoy as well to get some of those receivers the ball. And so I like the creativity I'm seeing from Texas here in the first quarter, but they're going to have to keep it up in this one. Let's see, AD say a good first quarter. Absolutely. Loving what I'm seeing so far in this game in the first quarter. And, hey, I'm liking what I'm seeing so far in this drive from Oklahoma State in this one. The biggest difference so far in this game in terms of for Texas compared to last week against Oklahoma, I feel like their drives right now are a lot longer when they do score for Texas. Last week, we noticed that they were scoring, but some drives, they didn't even have the ball for a minute. Like probably about 3 or 4 of those touchdowns, they didn't have the ball for a minute. And so it really took a toll on their defense because their defense was on the field for a long time, and they ended up getting fatigued. So that second half, they were at a disadvantage. So if they can hold the ball a little bit and score by taking about 5 minutes off the clock while doing so, that's going to bode well for the Texas Longhorns in the long run. They're going to have to make sure that when they do have the ball, they do take some time off the clock to help that defense out. But I'm liking what I'm seeing from both teams so far in this one. And as for Oklahoma State receiving-wise, Tay Martin, he's the only receiver that has 2 receptions in this one for 23 yards, averaging 11.5 yards a catch. They've gotten, Rashad Owens has a reception for 12 yards, as well as Braden Cassidy for 1 reception for 14 yards as well in this one. So we'll see how they can do in this. But that was a big 3rd down conversion that they had prior to the end of the quarter. All right, so here we go. They're returning to the field. All right, so he's got tight end and the fullback next to him, and Warren's the back behind him. 2 receivers on the play. Takes a snap. Fakes it to the back. Sanders is looking. He has time, but there's a penalty, but it's completed. There's a penalty. Most of the time, that means that's going to be a holding call based upon the ref that threw that flag. Yep, holding on the offense. So negate that completion there and move them back. And so, yeah, looking at the replay, oh, man, that's tough. That's tough. Just a second penalty on Oklahoma State so far today. In the shotgun, 2 receivers on the play. Takes a snap. Texas sends 5. He throws it, and it's caught by the receiver. And that's a gain of about 7 yards on the play. All right, so that's going to be 2nd and 13 now. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers on the play. They motion, take the snap, hands it to the back, and the back gains about a good 2 yards on the carry, takes the ball to the Oklahoma State 48-yard line. Much better tackling in this game for Texas than what we saw last week. So now we've got a 3rd and 11. Can Oklahoma State get us with another completion here? 3rd and 11. Let's see what's going to happen. This is big for both teams. So far, they're 1 of 3. Can they get consecutive 3rd down conversions on this one? Out of the shotgun, receiver goes in motion. 3 receivers on the play. Takes a snap. Texas sending 4. He throws it. Incomplete. He threw it off the wrong foot. Threw it out of bounds. Incomplete. Jamison was the guy on coverage. So now it's 4th and 11, and they're going to punt the ball. Let's see. Of course. Let's see. Mike says, JB, did you catch up on some sleep? Yeah, absolutely appreciate that, Mike. Yeah, last like 2-3 days, I've finally been able to catch up on some sleep. Prior to that, like there was 2 out of 3 nights where I went without being able to sleep at all. So that was just very long right there. But finally, I've got my sleeping schedule back on track, it seems like. So happy about that. But appreciate that. Let's see. 80 says, hell yeah, a bunch of times. Mud dogs. So there we go. So Texas, let's see what they can do with the ball again. They're up 10-3. The defense is playing pretty good so far in this one for Texas. And so I think this is the time where you get Xavier Worthy. If I'm the coach, I'm calling the play for Worthy here early on, throw a quick pass to him and let him get some yards after the catch because he has that ability. I'm waiting for them to get him involved in this game because I feel like once they do, it's really going to take off. And so don't that Raging Cajun team look like based on it? And so there we go. Let's see. Mike says, did JL say who he's rooting for? I did not see it. Yeah, I did not see it. And so, but yeah, definitely. I mean, if you're still here, JL, definitely let us know who you're rooting for in this game. Absolutely. And make sure that everybody press the thumbs up button as well if you haven't done it already. I really appreciate the support, guys. And yeah, it definitely does show, guys, in terms of just when you guys support the channel. I mean, my goodness, like we've already seen this year alone. I mean, I've been doing this for a little less than 10 months, and we've already seen the growth on this channel. So really appreciate you guys and all the support and showing up for all the streams. But let's see what's going on around the league right now in terms of some of the other scores right now while we have some time. I see that Michigan State, number 10, Michigan State, they're currently up against Indiana 10-6. I sort of guessed that was going to be a close game up until the 4th quarter. Then Michigan State, they tend to have strong 4th quarters, I'm noticing. I think they'll pull away with that one. I see Auburn is up 14-3 in that one against Arkansas. Minnesota up 14-3 against Nebraska. Cincinnati taking care of business 14-0 over UCF. LSU in Florida. LSU was up 7-6 in that one. If LSU can win that game, I wonder if that's going to make the seat any less hot for Big O down there at LSU. Definitely rooting for Florida in that one. Got to root for my alumni in that matchup. Let's see. Mike says, I want a game that is crazy lit. That's all. Leaning towards Texas. I mean, hey, if we can get a game where it's going back and forth and a lot of scoring, kind of like we got last week, except like just both teams at the same time, that's what I'm rooting for as well, Mike. Absolutely. I think we're 100% on the same page here. Close game, but leaning towards Texas. All right, Robinson goes in motion. Out of the shotgun. Takes a snap. Hands it to Robinson. And he gets falls forward for really a gain of 6 yards on the play. Bijou Robinson with the carry. So now we've got 2nd and 4. Ball at the Texas 18-yard line. Out of the shotgun, takes a snap, hands it to Robinson again, and Robinson gains a yard on the carry. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4. Or maybe 3rd and 3. Yeah, 3rd and 3. So you say Louisville retired 8 for Lamar. And so, man, I remember watching Lamar down there in Louisville. I mean, even back then, the speed that he had was just popping out. Like, you can tell, like, this man was electric. Absolutely. All right, takes a snap, throws it. Incomplete. Just a little too far in front of the receiver on that play. So that's going to bring out the punt unit here. Let's see. You say, who did Teddy play for? You mean Teddy Bridgewater? Yeah, he also played for Louisville back in the day. I remember when they beat Miami in that bowl game in which he was with Louisville in that one. So I think he also went to Louisville for that one. All right, so we're going to get a punt on the play. Let's see, he takes it. All right, so the ball's bouncing. All right, so that's going to be at the 34-yard line for Oklahoma State. So let's see if Oklahoma State can take advantage of this field position. And let's see, 80 say, he's fit to go get some wings. We know what that means. All right, definitely. We'll be awaiting your return. And let's see, Mike says, did you know from college he was Lamar was going to be in NFL good? I had a feeling that he was going to be special because I was like, you can't coach that type of speed. And then I saw how important he was for that offense. Now, obviously, at that time, it was not very common to see quarterbacks, have that success in terms of that can scramble. At that time, people was afraid of it. But I knew under the right situation, I thought he'd be good. I didn't know that he'd have an MVP by this point in the league, but I knew that he had a chance to be good. Like, he was someone that I would have personally wanted on my team if my team needed a quarterback. I'll put it that way. I just didn't know that he was going to be as good as he is right now, and that he was going to be able to have a coach that believed in him and change the offense to tailor towards his style. That's what I did not know, that they were going to actually tailor towards his skill set rather than just utilize, make him try to fit their system. And let's see, Mike says, must be different times. I just watched college clips during the draft. People were sending me Teddy clips. I remember Louisville. So, yeah, he was there in Louisville. He was. And so Mike says, Duffy, our anchor bar is 80. And so, yeah, I'll leave that up there until we get a response here, or at least for a minute or two. Yeah, but there we go in this one. I mean, Oklahoma State has an opportunity to come out here and try to tie this one up. I mean, because we know how Texas offense can score, and they haven't even gotten Worthy, involved in this one yet. So if I'm Oklahoma State, I want to come out and I want to try to score on this drive here. Spencer Sanders, he's 7 of 11, but 66 yards. Meanwhile, Casey Thompson, he's 7 of 12, 119 yards in this one. So they definitely want to start getting more out of their passing game. On the ground, Jalen Warren, 5 carries, 27 yards, 5.4 yards a carry for Texas. As a team, Texas has 11 carries for 26 yards and averaging just 2.4 yards a carry on the ground for Texas. Mike says he's team dust for the wings and team anchor bar for pizza. And so good call on that one, Mike. Good call on that. All right, here we go. One back in the backfield behind the quarterback. Sanders is that quarterback. Two receivers on the play, takes a snap, hands it to the back. Warren trying to make something happen. That's going to be a loss of a yard in the play. Bring it up 2nd and 11. Ball at the Oklahoma State 33-yard line. But there is a penalty. There is a penalty. Let's see what the penalty is. Ooh, personal foul. They're saying unnecessary roughness on the offense. Wow. Come on, man. You can't do that. Man, that's a big penalty there. Now that makes it 2nd and 26 on the play. All right, 2nd and 26. 3 receivers on the play. One back in the backfield with the quarterback. Out of the shotgun. Texas showing blitz. Will they actually send it? And it's a running play. And he's still on his feet. Wow, I'm talking about that took some leg strength right there to be able to keep your balance while falling forward like that for about 10 yards by Jalen Warren. Takes it all the way to the Oklahoma State 28-yard line and makes it 3rd and 16. So still a long ways to go, but much more manageable. At least they have a chance. Third and 16, out of the shotgun. 3 receivers on the play. Takes a snap. Texas sends 3. He has time. He throws it. Off the receiver hand. The defensive back had a chance for the interception. Just couldn't make the play. But they will punt the ball. And that was Jamison again in coverage. So, yeah, it went off of Owen's hands. And then Jamison had a chance to come up with a pick, but just off his hand. He had the time, too. I mean, the offensive line did a tremendous job of giving him time to make the read. He just threw it a little too high. All right, they punt the ball. Will we get a return? Fair catch is symboled. So now Texas will take over at their 33-yard line. Let's see. Mike says, if you're ever in Buffalo and you think it's crazy to go all the way, make a big deal for some anchor bar, it's not. It's worth the trip. So Mike says it is worth the trip. Keep that in mind. Let's see. Mike says San Diego State kept close into overtime. And so, hold on. I didn't even realize they were playing right now. Let's see. Mike says almost picked right through Owen's hands, like right through his hands. The ball's a little high there, but right through his hand and almost landed in the defensive backhand. And those are the plays that you hate to have. Let's see. Mike says, I sent a message to the Sports Blitz worried about Donald Arm. Me wanted none of it. And so he is not lying, period. And so, I mean, he loves his team. He does love his team. He does love his team. I will say that. I'm glad to see that he's posting again, though. That's good. That's a good sign right there. Let's see. Mike says last night and Oregon won. And so, yeah, who did Oregon play again? I forgot who they played again. I know they were supposed to win that game, but I forgot who they had played again. There was the late game. Was they going against California? Yeah, they beat California 24-17. Yeah, I'm constantly having to watch Oregon because, you know, me being a Buckeyes fan, having lost to this team, I do not need for Oregon to fall apart. Do not need that. Yeah, so he says that they had no O-line, period. And so, yeah, you know how it is when it comes to your own team. You definitely can be extremely harsh. But hey, he's not lying, though. I mean, that offensive line, and I'm concerned about Christian McCaffrey, though. Like how much can you really utilize him without him getting hurt? You say Buffalo University is a disaster. And so, yeah, I mean, I feel like every couple years they'll put together a decent team. But outside of that, for the most part, that's usually the case. All right, so once we return, it's going to be Texas football. They're definitely going to want to score again, though. I feel like if they just start throwing some quick passes to the receivers and give them the opportunity to beat a man one-on-one, I feel they can do that. They can get you the yards after the catch. Mike says, I was not going to push it. Blitz not in the mood. Absolutely. All right, here we go. They hand it to the back. That's Robinson. Robinson, he's got space. That's about 20 yards on the play, 25 yards. Make that 26 yards on the carry by J. Robinson, popping off there for 26 yards all the way to the Oklahoma State 40-yard line. So look at that play. Excellent carry on that one. And when you have plays like that, you're going to open up stuff for this passing game outside because they're going to have to respect you coming up that middle. They've got two receivers on the play, two tight ends, and a back in the backfield with the quarterback out the shotgun formation. They motion the receiver, take the snap, and the quarterback held it. And he overthrew his receiver, but there is a flag. Let's see what it is. Thompson stood there, took the hit, and was able to throw the ball, and we'll see what this penalty is going to be about. All right, so that's pass interference on the defense. Pass interference on the defense, so they're going to gift them with a first down. That's going to make it 1st and 10 at the Oklahoma State 25-yard line. All right, one back in the backfield. That's Robinson. Takes a snap. Hands it to Robinson. He's running. He cuts up. He's still on his feet. Gets 9 yards on the carry. So Robinson, he's running with a vengeance right now. Running with a vengeance right now. So that'll be 2nd and 1 at the Oklahoma State 16-yard line. All right, out of the shotgun, you got two receivers on the play. Couple tight ends as well. One back in the backfield with the quarterback out the shotgun. Takes a snap. And he hands it to the back. That's the backup running back with the carry. I believe his name is Johnson. Picks up 2 yards on the play. Let's call it 3. So 1st and 10. Ball at the Oklahoma State 13-yard line. It's a big difference finishing with a touchdown as opposed to a field goal. All right, so you got one back in the backfield. I believe Robinson's back in the game. Motions him to the side, takes a snap. Thompson's looking, throws it to Robinson. Robinson's going. This is a touchdown. Touchdown, Texas Longhorns. And the pass was thrown to the back, out the backfield. They felt the pressure coming. Robinson got open, and it was there for the touchdown. So now that makes it 16-3, pending the extra point. Here in the second quarter with 8 minutes and 36 seconds left to go in the game. What a play. He stood there, took the hit. That's one thing I'll say about this Thompson kid. He will stand there to the absolute last second, take the hit to deliver the pass. And that's Dicker with the extra point. I will point out this for Dicker. I mean, I'm seeing him doing field goals, extra points, punts, kickoffs. My man's doing everything for Texas on special teams. Got to give him a shout out for that. And let's see. Mike says Georgia #1. Wow, versus Kentucky will be pretty good. Yeah, Kentucky's ranked number 11, but Georgia ranked #1. We saw early in the season, obviously, when they beat Clemson, all like that, but they've definitely gotten a lot better since then. And then we saw how they beat down Arkansas, and then after that, I was convinced moving forward, and so they've just been dominating teams since then. And yeah, we saw Bama fall last week to Texas A&M, so it only made sense to put Georgia at #1 right now. And they're going against Kentucky. What a huge task for Kentucky. We're talking about going down to Athens right now, #1 in the country. That's going to be one heck of a task for Kentucky. And we're going to learn a lot about Kentucky in this game when it's all said and done, when they play later today. I'm looking forward to that one. That's my popcorn game of the day, Mike. You see, Mike says, JB, what is it called, the offense Clemson play? Every play he stops, look like he's going to hand it off and goes from there. I feel like it's limiting. And so it sounds like an RPO. I haven't seen Clemson since they opened the thing, but it sounds like you're talking about an RPO type offense or something like that. And so, but yeah, I haven't watched Clemson since like maybe they lost to Georgia, honestly. Let's see, Mike says, yeah, the better you know teams, the more bland games look. I'm going to root against Alabama, root Liberty, and definitely understand Liberty. I'm definitely going to be looking forward to at some point in the season. I feel like I'm just going to pick a Liberty game to actually, stream and all like that. I got to look at their schedule and see what's the best game they have to choose from. And so, yeah, you choose the best game. We're Ohio State. And so in terms of who Ohio State has this week, that's a good question, because I honestly had not seen them, so I assume they were off this week. But let me just double check that real quick to make sure. But yeah, just to make sure that they are off this week. But yeah, I see that we've got 8 people currently joining the stream right now. So make sure you guys press the thumbs up button. And if you're someone new, consider subscribing to the channel. This is routine where we go through the games, not just go through the games here, but we love to talk about college sports as well. So definitely you can let me know which team you're rooting for in the live chat. And or either just tell me your favorite team as well. Definitely looking forward to hearing from you guys and just want to have that conversation with you guys. So definitely feel free to jump in. We definitely appreciate having new guys join our chats. We really love that. Meanwhile, Texas is up 17-3. Let's see. Yeah, so Ohio State, they're off this week. They are off this week. The next time we see Ohio State will be the 23rd of October going down to Indiana. So they are off this week. Meanwhile, we're getting ready for kickoff here. The Longhorns, they're going to kick it off. Yeah, a lot of wind in this one. All right, so now that they've got that straightened out, we'll get to see the kickoff here. And Dicker's going to kick this one off. Kickoff is on the way. Will we get a return? We will not get a return. That's going to bounce into the end zone. So they'll take over 1st and 10 at the Oklahoma State 25-yard line. And so now that Texas has scored again, the pressure is on Oklahoma State. You're the number 12th ranked team in the country. You haven't lost a game all year long. This is a time where you have to respond and score a touchdown of your own. So far, Sanders, 7-12 passing, 66 yards. Warren, 7 carries, 36 yards. We're going to need more from Sanders in this. One back in the backfield, takes a snap, run the option. He pitches it, and the back has it. And he's going to gain about 6 yards on the carry. Jalen Warren, so good job right there by Sanders to pitch the ball. 2nd and 4, ball at the Oklahoma State 31-yard line. Let's see if they keep this tempo going. And they will keep the tempo going. 3 receivers on the play. Got a tight end in the back as well. Takes a snap. He's looking. He throws it to the receiver, out of range, incomplete. He had the receiver, just was a little bit off on that pass. 3rd and 4 coming up from the 31-yard line of Oklahoma State. This is very important. You don't want to get the ball back to Texas after they just scored. You cannot go 3 and out here. 3 receivers on the play. Takes a snap. He's looking. He throws it. Picked off. Picked off. Picked off by Texas. My goodness. Spencer Sanders. His accuracy has been a little questionable. I get that it's a little windy out there, it seems like, which is why the kickoffs can't seem to stay up there. But my goodness, he's been off on these throws. And this time, it cost him. He got away with one last drive in terms of an interception, but this time, it cost him. I mean, you look at the play, he had the receiver. He threw it to the inside when he should have threw it a little bit more to the outside. And that time, Jameson, he dropped the last interception that came his way. This time, he's not going to get you 2 mistakes. Nope. So now, what an opportunity for Texas here. Now, Texas, they understand last week they jumped out to a big lead and still lost the game. So you have to believe they're going to be locked in. All right, 1 back in the backfield, 3 receivers towards the bottom of the screen. 1 tight end on the play. Out of the shotgun, takes a snap. Thompson throws it. Incomplete. Overthrew the receiver on the play. 2nd and 10. Again, ball at the Oklahoma State 44-yard line. All right, here we go. Shotgun again. 3 receivers on the play. Tight end goes in motion. Now the receiver's in motion. Takes a snap. He hands it to the back. Robinson makes the first guy miss. Gets about a good 5 yards on the carry. They're calling it 4. So that'll be 3rd and 6 at the Oklahoma State 40-yard line. All right, a little bit quicker tempo here. 3 receivers towards the bottom of the screen. Takes a snap. He's going to bootleg. He throws it. He has the receiver. That's caught. Receiver makes a move, picks up the first down. And that was Xavier Worthy with the reception. So way to finally get him involved in the game. He's a receiver I definitely have my eyes on. I saw what he did last week against Oklahoma. You get him going, good things are going to happen. So 1st and 10 for the Longhorns. All right, so they got 1 back in the backfield. All right, motion him to the side, out of the shotgun. Oklahoma State sending 3. He throws it, and it's caught by the receiver. And that is Joshua Moore with the reception for 14 yards. Or as I call him, Joshua I Want More with the reception. 1st and 10. Again, 6 minutes and 45 seconds left to go here in the 2nd quarter. If you're Texas, you have an opportunity right now to try to get a score. They're at the 18-yard line, takes a snap, hands it to the back. Robinson met at the line and throw down. What a tackle that was by Oklahoma State. So no gain on the carry. 2nd and 10. Ball at the Oklahoma State 18-yard line. Clock still running. If you're Oklahoma State, you want to try to get a turnover, but you definitely got to at least hold them to a field goal attempt. You don't want them to score a touchdown. Texas takes a snap, hands it to the back, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage. So that's back-to-back plays. Oklahoma State was looking for the run and able to make the stop. So now we've got a 3rd and 10 situation coming up here for Texas. Big if Oklahoma State can hold them to a field goal as opposed to getting them a first down here. Again, 5 minutes and 35 seconds left to go before the half. If I'm Oklahoma State, I need to get a sack here. Out of the shotgun, 3 receivers towards the top of the screen. Takes a snap. He's looking. Thompson throw. Picked off. It's picked off. He's going to take it all away. It looks like the 40, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown. What a play. He read that one perfectly. You can't teach instincts. That was instincts by Jason Taylor with the interception. Wow, what a play and what a mistake by Thompson. He saw his receivers, threw it, and just like that, got caught looking at his receiver too much, and wow, what a play. 85-yard touchdown return, and wow, that changes the entire dimension of this game. Because if Texas scores, then it's looking one-sided. But now we've got a game again. Big-time play by Oklahoma State defense. They say defense wins championships. That's what they say. Let's see the extra point attempt. Kick is up and good. So 17-10. After the mistake, the costly mistake by Casey Thompson. And where he threw that interception, his team did not have a chance to get him before he scored on that one. Let's see. Mike says, boom, there you go. Just like that. Let's see. Mike says, Liberty's Malik Willis is a pro football focused, top graded quarterback in the country with a 93.7 entering week 7 of the college football season. Hey, that's big time right there. That's big time right there. Certainly, I'm definitely going to find at some point during the season a game to watch for Liberty and to stream that one for sure. Take a good look at him. And so Mike says, hot off press. So there you go. There you go. Appreciate that, Mike. But, man, after that mistake, so it's going to be Oklahoma State that's going to kick the ball off here back to Texas. If you're Texas, you got to calm down. You got to have short-term memory. You got to let it go. I understand nobody loves throwing those pick six. Those can really hurt the confidence of a team, but you just got to calm down. You got 5 minutes, 13 seconds left before the half. Try to go back out there and score you another touchdown. Meanwhile, if you're Oklahoma State, you absolutely feed off of this turnover right here. You get after it. You apply pressure on the quarterback, on this team, and you keep getting after it. Will we get a return? No return on that one. So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line for the Texas Longhorns. Let's see. All right, this just in. I know this has nothing to do with college football, but yeah, Christian McCaffrey is going to be out at least another 3 more weeks after landing on injured reserve. So yeah, expect Christian McCaffrey to be out another 3 weeks with that hamstring injury. So wow, something must have been wrong in terms of a setback. But here we go. 1st and 10. 3 receivers on the play, 2 backs in the backfield. Takes a snap, and he tosses it to the receiver. That's Joshua Moore, I think. Or is that Xavier Worthy? No, that's Xavier Worthy. And that's going to be a loss of a yard on the play. So, yeah, Oklahoma State, they're looking for the run game here. Anything in the backfield, they're going for it now. They're playing with confidence now. 2nd and 11. All right, here we go. 2nd and 11. You've got 2 backs in the backfield with the quarterback Thompson. Receiver goes in motion, takes it, fakes it to the back. He has to run. They got him. They got him for the sack. They got him for the sack. That's a loss of 7 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd and long, 3rd and 17. So how about that? It's Oklahoma State defense that's turning the tide in this one. And now we've got 3rd and long. When you can get pressure on this Texas team, you take away a lot of what they like to do. In Oklahoma State, not only are they stopping the running game now from getting going, they're also getting in the backfield and getting pressure. This time they send 3. Thompson throws it to the receiver, just dropped it on that play. There would not have been much there even if he did throw it. So right now, they're just going to punt the ball and give the chance back to Oklahoma State. Let's see, Mike says, DeMarvio and Overshawn, and then linebacker for Texas, 6'4", 223, previously ranked and not ranked. And so previously not ranked. Okay, gotcha. Let's see, Mike says 16. Meanwhile, we're about to have the punt here for Texas. Ooh, that was close. That was close to being blocked. Fair catch symbol. Caught at the 29, they're saying the 30-yard line. All right. Let's see. Mike says Hubbard well over 100 last game. So he's improving. And that's what I like to see, the fact that he is improving. So that's good news there. But I know that Sports Blitz, he's mad about that one with Christian McCaffrey. Let's see. Mike says boom, big sack. Absolutely. All right. So here we go. Oklahoma State. 1 back in the backfield, 3 receivers on the play. Also got a tight end. Are making adjustments. Texas look like they could be sending 4, possibly 5. They send 5. Quick pass to the receiver who catches it, stays on his feet, turns that into a gain of about 4 yards on the completion. This will be 2nd down and 6. Ball at the Oklahoma State 34-yard line. Again, in the second quarter, 3 minutes and about 28 seconds to go. Running with tempo. 2 receivers on the play. Takes a snap. Hands it to the back. And he falls a yard shy of the first down. So that's going to be 3rd and 1 coming up at the Oklahoma State 39-yard line. Warren on the carry, 5 yards. Still running that tempo. Hurry up. Same formation. 2 receivers on the play. Takes a snap. Hand it to the back and the back. He gets just enough, I'm thinking, for the first down. Gains a yard on the play. So now it's going to be 1st and 10 for Oklahoma State. 2 minutes, 55 seconds left to go before the half. Warren, he's got 10 carries for 48 yards in this one. 2 receivers on the play. Takes a snap. There's a penalty. They're going to stop it, so that's going to move him back. So a snap infraction against Oklahoma State on the play. So now we're looking at a 1st and 15 situation. So both teams have had 5 penalties against them so far in this game. All right, so here we go. Shotgun, no backs in the backfield. You've got 5 wide on the play. Trips at the bottom of the screen. Takes a snap. Texas in 5. Throws it to the receiver. Tackled immediately. And that's going to be a gain of about 5. A gain of about 5 yards on the play. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. Again, 2 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock. And now we're at 2:05 left in this half. All right, 3 receivers on the play. Out of the shotgun, takes a snap. Hands it to the back. In the back, trying to make something happen, but gets back to the line of scrimmage. No gain for Jalen Warren on the carry. That's going to bring up a 3rd down situation, 3rd and 9. Ball at the Oklahoma State 41-yard line. So he tried to go up the middle. Probably should have cut to the right. I mean, the hole was there. But, yeah, he made the wrong read on that, so that's on him. The hole was there. 3rd and 9, 3 receivers on the play. 1 back in the backfield. Also 1 tight end. Looking to the sideline for adjustments. 5 seconds on the play clock. 1:17 left to go in the half. So timeout, Oklahoma State. So now we've got 1:14 seconds left before halftime and a timeout by Oklahoma State on a very important 3rd down situation here. And so, yeah, Mike says number 3, Chris Olave, receiver, Ohio State. Yep, 6'1", 188. So there you go. And so Mike says, Overshawn on Texas, they say is good. And so, yeah, that very well may be the case. And so, yeah, that's a linebacker. So, yeah, linebacker, that's right. So, yep, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, but appreciate the updates there with that. Absolutely. And so, speaking of updates, let's see. So far in this game for Oklahoma State, Spencer Sanders, 9 of 16, 76 yards through the air, no touchdowns, but 1 interception. Jalen Warren, 11 carries, 48 yards, averaging 4.4 yards a carry. All right, they're going to line up in the shotgun. 4 receivers, 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Let's see how many Texas send on this one. Texas sending 4. They run the ball and gets the first down on the play. Jalen Warren, he was not going to be denied on that play. First and 10. They're lined up already. Takes the snap. He's looking. Throws it to the receiver. And he gets the completion. That was close, though. Jameson almost got in position to make a play. That was close. I know there's a little bit of wind in this game, and I think that's making a difference. If you're a defensive back, you can be a tad bit more aggressive on these plays. 4 receivers on the play. Out of the shotgun. All right, he takes a snap. Texas is going to send 3. He's got time. He throws it. And it's caught by the receiver at the 30-yard line. So at the Texas 30-yard line, they got the first down. So they're going to get the line up and take the snap before the clock gets running, or at least line up before it gets running. Texas makes some substitutions. 40 seconds left. Takes the snap. Hands it to the back. And he's met in the backfield. Lost the 2 yards in the play. 35 seconds left. And Oklahoma State's got to burn their second timeout. Mike says, I'm doing my scouting, JB. Absolutely. Absolutely. I would not be surprised if you were hired by the Buffalo Bills right now to do the scouting for them. And so Mike says, I love great rushers. Oh, yeah, when you have great rushers, that adds so much to what you can do defensively. It makes the whole defense better. The secondary's better. And so that also helps the linebackers. It helps everybody out when you have pass rushers that can get after it. And so, yeah, we're at the commercial right now. Here we go, 2nd and 12. Oklahoma State has the ball. They just burned their second timeout, so they've got 1 timeout remaining, 35 seconds before the half. They're going to line up in a shotgun formation. Warren is the back with the quarterback in the shotgun. 4 receivers on the play. Takes a snap. Texas only send 4. It's a screen, but incomplete. Incomplete. And they read that. Great play to read that one and understand what Oklahoma State was trying to do. Because it was like the first time they ran that screen all game long. So excellent job to see it coming, read it, make the play, and not allow anything to happen. All right, so here we go. 3rd and 12. Let's see. 1 back in the backfield, 3 receivers on the play and a tight end. Takes a snap. Throws it. Quick pass. Caught by the receiver. Makes the first guy up. Well, he almost made a miss, but good tackle there by Thompson, and that's going to make it 4th and 1. Ball at the 22. They're hurrying up. They want to go for this. Texas, I believe, called a timeout. If not Texas, was it Texas, though? No, that's actually Oklahoma State who called a timeout. So since they burned that timeout, you have to imagine that, yeah, the field goal unit may be coming out for this play. Let's see. Mike says, defensively, Oklahoma State features one of the best and most experienced units in the Big 12 and one that can cause Longhorns some trouble this Saturday. Absolutely. As we've already seen, they can. It's strength versus strength. The strength of Texas and the receivers, and not to mention running back Robinson in this game versus that Oklahoma State defense. So that's the matchup that I was looking forward to in this one. But absolutely, great call on that one. Let's see, Mike says linebacker Malcolm Rodriguez, the team's leading returning tackler from 2020. And then linebacker Malcolm Rodriguez has 82 total tackles and 7 tackles for a loss, 3 sacks, 3 pass deflections, and 5 quarterback hits. So, yeah, impressive year last year. All right, so let's see this field goal attempt. Up, and we're going to have a timeout here, this time by Texas. Steve Sarkisian calls the timeout. That's Texas first of the half. All right, so the kicker, he has made 1 field goal earlier today. Let's see if he'll make it 2. All right, kick is on the way, and that's going to be good. That's going to be good. So that leaves 8 seconds on the clock before the half, and Oklahoma State, they're able to get a field goal off of that. So it's 17-13. in this one. Texas Longhorns had the lead 17-13, but ever since that pick six, Oklahoma State has had the momentum. Let's see. Mike says defense end Brock Martin, one of the top pass rushers for the Cowboys. Senior Brock Martin leads the team in sacks with 2.5 this season to go along with 4.5 tackles for a loss. So an impressive year. And let's see. Mike says Bill should hire me for after that heads up on JC. Absolutely. They really should. Let's see. Mike says Oklahoma State caught up neck and neck. Yeah, so now we've got a game. Mike says 80s must really like them wings. Absolutely. All right, so here we go. 8 seconds left in this half. All right, getting ready for the kickoff here. All right, kickoff is on the way. It's a short one. All right, no return on that. So they still have the full 8 seconds to work with. Let's see if they just run the ball or if they try to take a shot. Okay, this team has 2 timeouts, so if you can get something deep, maybe even cross the middle, about 20-something yards, 30, maybe that changes things. Let's see, they are at the 35-yard line of Texas, so they can get like 20-something yards. We'll see how that works out. All right, Texas snap. They're going to hand it to the back. He's running. Lowers his shoulder. Is that enough for a first down? That is a first down, so 2 seconds on the clock. All right, so they're going to let it run out. They're going to go to the half. So Texas leading at the half, 17-13 in this one. But Oklahoma State, they have to be the team with the momentum thanks to their defense in this one. Let's see. Mike says, what flavor you like on your wings, JB? Hashtag B-Dubs brings hot wings. I love me some honey barbecue. I'm obsessed with barbecue, and so honey barbecue is my favorite type. So definitely I'm obsessed with some honey barbecue when it comes to my wings. So absolutely. Especially if we're talking about with pizza, give me some honey barbecue. And so let's see, running back Bijah Robinson. But yeah, just to recap everything that happened here in the first half. And so early on in the first quarter, Texas was up 10-3 at the end of the first quarter over Oklahoma State. But in the second quarter, Oklahoma State outscored Texas 10-7 in the second quarter. So now we're at the half. So far in this one, Spencer Sanders, he's 12 of 20, 106 yards through the air, averaging about 5.3 yards of completion. He has 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. Casey Thompson, he's 11 of 19, 153 yards through the air, averaging 8.1 yards of completion, 1 touchdown, 1 interception so far in this one. But that interception he had, that was a big interception. It was a pick 6, so that hurt more than your typical interception. Meanwhile, on the ground, Oklahoma State, Jalen Warren, 13 carries, 55 yards, averaging 4.2 yards a carry. Meanwhile, Spencer Sanders on the ground, 3 carries, -5 yards. For Texas, Casey Thompson, he's got 4 carries for -6 yards on the ground. While Bijah Robinson, 13 carries, 74 yards, averaging 5.7 yards a carry, and also has a touchdown. His longest run of the night for 26 yards. Then you have, Kellen Robinson, 1 carry for 1 yard. Roshan Johnson, 1 carry, 3 yards. So as a team, 19 carries for 72 yards. And let's see, at wide receiver now, when it comes to Texas, they spread the ball around the 5 guys so far in this one. Joshua Moore, 3 receptions, 23 yards. Bijah Robinson, 3 receptions for 38 yards. Let's see, Kellen Robinson, 1 reception, 25 yards. And Marcus Robinson, he's got 2 receptions for 60 yards in this one. Meanwhile, Xavier Worthy, just 2 receptions for 7 yards. If Texas is going to win this game, they cannot win it with Worthy only having 2 receptions for 7 yards. They're going to need more from him. They're going to need more from him. Now, Oklahoma State, in terms of receptions, you've got Tay Martin, 4 receptions, 38 yards. Rashad Owens, 4 receptions, 27 yards. Everyone else basically has just 1 reception to their name. It's mostly been those 2 guys that's been getting the work done in this one. Let's see. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. 1 second. All right, I am back. Apologize about that. All right, so yeah, Mike approves. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I could eat those literally all day just about. So Mike says, let's see, Texas running back Bijou Robinson and LSU receiver Koshan both are incredible talent and could play in the NFL as soon as next year, but the 3-year requirement will keep them out. And so, yeah, many times we see that be the case, honestly. But for me, in a situation like that, I learned a lot about the athlete when you know that you're already considered someone that if you were eligible to declare for the draft, you could be a first-round pick, but you know that you're not eligible because you need to wait another year or 2, and you still go out there for your team and give it 110% for your team. I get a lot of respect for you that time, because many times we see guys that know that they're going to be early picks and they just opt not to play for whatever reason, or either they do play, but it's like the moment that they get an injury, they're like, all right, I'm shutting it down, I'm done, or something like that, and they're just on cruise control. Then yeah, definitely when I can see a guy go out there and continuously give me effort, knowing that he has, his entire draft stock on the line. So if he gets a big injury, that could really hurt him. And of course, you never want that. But just seeing a guy that's willing to go out there and sacrifice for his team, got to respect a guy like that. Absolutely. Let's see. Mike says college football and NFL relationships too close. NFL should be paying universities. And so, yeah, in terms of how that works out and stuff, I mean, that's always a tricky topic right there. But definitely the relationships are important and stuff. And I mean, just you look at everything that takes place in the off season, all the, pro days, combines, all those stuff. And then not just that, the relationships that coaches have with certain organizations and teams and stuff. I know Bill Belichick, he loves a Saban coach type of guy. I mean, he will take Nick Saban's word for the most part when it comes to a lot of these talents. And so just you can tend to see those relationships showcased in the NFL in terms of what teams tend to draft players from certain schools more than others. As Mike says, there is a way to do it to save integrity and stop pretending there's no farm team. There you go. There you go. Mike is not letting these farm teams off the hook at all. Let's see. Let's go ahead and give a recap so far of what's taking place so far in college football around the league. Give me 1 second here. See what's going on with some of these earlier games that's taking place. All right, so right now at the half, we do have a bit of a surprise here. We have Indiana over Michigan State at the half. Michigan State comes to that game ranked number 10, and Indiana's unranked on the year. What is Indiana? Indiana is 2-3 on the year. So for Indiana to be up 9-7 at the half, I expect Michigan State in the second half to come back and to win that one. But hey, anything is possible. We definitely know that. But yeah, Indiana's a team at the lead, 9-7 at the half. Let's see, Northwestern over Rutgers, 14-7. Okay, let's see, Ohio's over Buffalo, 21-10. At the half, Auburn is up against Arkansas, 14-10. So that's another close win in that one. Definitely looking forward to seeing how that game is going to finish. I'm going to keep my eyes on that one the rest of the way. Let's see, Tulsa versus South Florida. South Florida's up 24-20 over Tulsa. Minnesota's up on Nebraska 21-9. That one. Cincinnati taking care of business. My goodness. We're talking about 35-7 in that one. And let's see. Mike says, I'm going to cry on a play. Saturday Night Football Hill. And so Mike says, love Cincinnati. They're ridiculous. And so, yeah, I mean, Cincinnati, they take advantage. The only thing when it comes to in the committee, I mean, honestly, at this point, if Cincinnati keeps running the table, which I expect them to, at some point, the committee's got to consider putting them in. I mean, they're going to have – I know they may not play as many of the top schools as the committee would like, but my goodness, I really want to see this team and what they can do if they continue to, do what they're doing. Let's see, Mike says the Hoosiers in football, their college basketball team fell off. And so, I mean, I'm always watching what Indiana's going to do when it comes to the Big Ten college basketball, one of my favorite teams to watch and just see how they're going to do. So, but yeah, the standards of what they were like when I first started watching college basketball to now, definitely a big difference. But hey, the Big Ten, every year, I feel like they start to have like a bunch of teams as of late that just take off. And my goodness, just watching the highlight here for that Ohio quarterback in that long run that he had on that play. That was one heck of a play. But yeah, definitely understand that. Definitely understand that. I mean, Indiana fans, high expectations for their college basketball team, and understandably so. Let's see, what other games do we have here? Oh, at the half, how could I almost forget that? 5 seconds from the half. You have LSU up 21-12 against Florida. So 21-12 against Florida. Florida's ranked number 20. LSU coming to this game unranked, and I think they're like 3-3. And you have Virginia beating Duke 24-0. And we've got about 5 minutes, 11 seconds left to go before the half in that one. While Texas A&M is at halftime over Missouri 28-7. So those are the games that's currently playing so far and where the college football teams stand in that one. Let's see. Mike says, Chiefs Mahomes, you have two good players. You have Hill and Kelsey and an O-line that is not as good, but we will tell you to improvise. And so, I mean, that's what Mahomes has been doing in terms of the entire thing, improvising. But when things are going good, it's a lot easier to do that. But when you're in a close game, when the defense is shutting that down, it gets a little bit more harder now. So we'll have to see what they can do. I mean, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, he's going to be out for some weeks. So we'll see what the Chiefs can do meanwhile. But right now, if you're a Chiefs fan, you're highly concerned because you see how the Chargers look right now. And obviously, we know the Raiders, they have their, things going on right now. We'll see how they look moving forward. I think the Raiders are going to be okay. They can still make this a playoff season, but we'll see how that goes. Broncos, they've lost 2 straight as well. We'll see how they can bounce back here moving forward, but we know what they're capable of. So it's going to be a fun explanation. Let's see. Mike says, versus Washington, we are not going to choose a team name. And so let's see. Mike says 1 p.m. showdown, JB 31-20. And you want me to explain that 31-20 selection? Okay, so when it comes to 31-20, give me 1 second here because there's a certain stat I want to verify real quick when it comes to that. And I need to check it. I haven't checked the stat in a minute. But in terms of 1 second. All right, so yeah, in terms of that game, obviously picking Kansas City to win that one, because Kansas City and their offense, and then given the fact that their backs against the wall right now, and Washington has a ton of injuries that they're trying to still overcome. I know, guys like Logan Thomas, and then not to mention, obviously, they've been without Ryan Fitzpatrick for a while. Don't know when he returns if he'll still be their quarterback or not. But they've just had quite a few injuries that they had against the Falcons and stuff. But, yeah, I mean, their offense tends to still score some points, though, And I don't know how they do it, but they find ways to score some points. And so they're going to put up a little bit of points here against the Chiefs, but 31-20, I think that's about right. 31-20, might even be 34-27 when it's all said and done. But yeah, I went with 31-20. I think Kansas City beats the Washington football team in that one. Let's see. Mike says, I got 34-22. Mahomes takes it out on a subpar team. So absolutely. I mean, I've got no doubt that they'll be able to score against that defense, but I'm thinking Washington will be able to score also in that Chiefs defense as well. Everybody tends to have a good game right now against the Chiefs defense. And so Mike says, dang, we're close. And so, yeah, I mean, we really are. We really are close. It's not every day we get close scores like that. Let's see. Oh, man, so Michigan State, their touchdown came off a defensive play. Did not know that. So their offense is struggling in this one. Interesting. Oh, man, look at that run. Let's see. Mike says they're telling everybody the Chiefs O-line is better and proven they're not as good as last year. And so, yeah, throughout the course of this regular season last year, definitely not. But, hey, they spent the money. They tried. They spent the money. The money's just not working out. You know, just kind of like the Patriots, we spent all that money and it's not giving us the results that we want. But I do like the fact that they did try to address it. They did try. Let's see. Mike says another 1 p.m. CBS showdown. The Chargers, Herbert, really good versus the Ravens, on fire. This is a treat. It really is. It really is. I'm wishing that was a Sunday night football game. That would have been fantastic. But yeah, you say, yeah, I got the Chargers 34-33. Yeah, I think that's going to be spot on, 34-33. It's going to be a nice back and forth one. I expect the Chargers to come out, probably take a little bit of an early lead, but the Ravens to fight back. But the Chargers keep scoring. When it's all said and done, hey, Justin Herbert drives them down for a game-winning field goal, 34-33. Just like that. Let's see. Mike says both teams 4-1, possible AFC championship preview. You said you got the Ravens 34-32. Hey, it could very well go that way. It could very well go that way. You know, Lamar Jackson, what he can do, that's special. He's always that X factor that you cannot count him out because of what he can do against a defense. He completely changes the way that you have to prepare defensively when you have the Ravens coming up. So we're going to see how they do, but it's going to be a great one. I'm excited for that one. Excited for that one. Air raid offense. There you go. And so 420, man, thank you for joining the stream, man. Glad to have you here. Glad to have you here, man. And so, yeah, better late than never, man. I totally understand that. I'm appreciative that you did show up, man. So thank you for showing up. Absolutely. And so, yeah, we've got a game here. The Longhorns are currently up 17-13 in this one. So let me know which team you're rooting for in this one. Are you going to go with Texas? Or are you going to go with Oklahoma State Cowboys? Let me know. And let's see. There you go. Mike says Packers versus Bears. Would we dare go against the Bears? You know, Mike, I've done that 2 weeks in a row, and I was wrong 2 weeks in a row. I actually went ahead this time against my heart here. Well, against my head, actually. I went ahead and I picked the Bears, you know. So, yeah, if Ajashak sees this, you know, I went with the Bears this week. So maybe he'll start coming back to the stream now that I'm picking the Bears to win. But but yeah, the Bears actually, I went ahead and picked them 24-21. My head tells me the Packers should win this one, but I don't know. The Bears, they've been finding ways to win lately. And would that not be great for Justin Fields if they can find a way to beat the Packers in this one? That would really make that division a lot more interesting. So I went ahead and went with the Bears in this one. And so there you go. And so let's see, 420's got the Longhorns. All right. So we've got another Longhorns here. So 3 Longhorns and 1 for Oklahoma State. And I believe that's 80s who's going with Oklahoma State. And so Mike says, chilling, loving Saturdays. Absolutely, absolutely. And what I'm thinking, because I've been thinking long and hard, once college basketball season starts, what I'll probably do is I'll probably add a second stream for college basketball. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it Saturday or if I'll try to see if maybe on a Wednesday I could probably do. I'll have to see how the college basketball schedules work and how they look on a Wednesday. But I think Saturday's going to be the best day, so I might just have to make it one college football, one college basketball on like on Saturday, and see if I can do both of those. But we'll see. We will see. But yeah, definitely got to find a way to get college basketball in once college basketball season gets started as well. And so, yep, absolutely. Absolutely. That was my upset pick of the week. Bears over the Packers. Cause I felt bad because last week I really wanted to go Cincinnati over Green Bay, but I was like, no, got to play it safe. Got to go with the team that most likely is going to win. And so Green Bay won, but Cincinnati had their opportunities to win that one. This week, I will not do that. This week, I'll go ahead and pick the Bears to win that one. Let's see. Mike says, I got 24-17 Packs. Certainly understand that. I mean, they should be the favorites in that one. Absolutely. 420 said, ref sold the Eagles. 420's not going to let that one go. 420 didn't like it, and KD didn't like it either. KD said he's going to boycott the NFL. So, yeah, both you guys did not like that. I understand that. Absolutely. So we've got one more half left to go in this one. But yeah, I mean, it's been Oklahoma State's defense in the second quarter. That's been the story of this game. They were able to get that pick six. That was huge. That completely changed the game. Because if they don't get that pick six, I think Texas scores a touchdown. And if they score a touchdown, we're talking about this game completely differently. But they changed it. Football is a game of momentum. I keep saying it. We saw it last week. Texas came out, dominated the first half, but then the second half, Oklahoma came out, dominated the second half, and it worked out. Mike says JB hardest worker in the game, but do not do us to it doesn't do us good if you fall asleep on air. Definitely understand that. Definitely understand that. But nah, I'm going to have to really find a way, though, for college basketball to at least get maybe I think Saturday would probably be perfect, though. You get because the early window, I'll do my college football and then college basketball. If I got to swap it up when college basketball starts and maybe do college basketball first and then maybe pick a later game for college football, I'll see how that works out. But I'll try to find a way to get that there. But the rest of the week is pretty solid and stuff like that. I know November's going to definitely take a lot. Because, I mean, I only have maybe 1 or 2 days of not streaming, but we'll see how that works out. Let's see. Mike says 80s loves with 20. And so love with 20. And some let's see. 420 says, who you have winning in the Bucks versus the Nets? I got the Nets winning that one. Honestly. I mean, I know there's going to be no Kyrie there, but I think the Nets are going to win that one. KD, they're going to remember getting put out there, so they're going to want to win this one. And as a Laker fan, I've seen how it is when you have they're putting up the banners and stuff, and then your team goes out there kind of slow. So yeah, definitely, I think the Nets will come out and win that one. They're going to want it more. Mike says, I mess with college basketball. NBA is like NHL. You need to be detective to find a way to watch, and so. Yeah, you're right about that. I'm gonna try to make Tuesdays like my NBA day. Just choose the best game available, and that way, because me on these streams, we'll see different teams and stuff. So it'll work out just fine for college, but for the NBA on Tuesdays, I think. All right, so one back in the backfield, 3 receivers, 1st and 10, ball at the 32-yard line. Oklahoma State has it, fakes it to the back. The pressure's there. He throws it though to the tight end. He has the first down. And what a game that is of 19 yards to the Texas 49-yard line. That's going to be a first down. And we've got Thompson. I think that's Thompson down right now. Hold on. I think I skipped one. Did Mike say? Yeah, Mike says Oklahoma State is not going to lie down. Not at all. Not at all. I mean, they saw what Oklahoma did to Texas in the second half, so they have to understand that they are every bit as good as Texas. I mean, as Oklahoma, they can do it too. Yeah, currently Josh Thompson, the senior. I mean, he's from the Texas area. He's currently down. Let's see. 420 says that Giannis Antetokounmpo has been playing amazing recently. And so, the way he's been playing, especially in that playoffs. I mean, if he pick up like that, I mean, even in the regular season, he's been great. But he took it to another level in the playoffs. So absolutely. But with it being opening night, they're gonna have high emotion seeing that banner and stuff. And I've seen that it always seems to give the advantage to the other team. And so 420. I mean, I tried to say it, and like the way that you spelled it, that one, it threw me off. Like I think I've forgotten how to pronounce it now. So, but Antetokounmpo, there you go. Sometimes how jumping, it's tough. It's tough. I will say that. Out of the shotgun, 3 receivers on the play. They hand it to the back, and Warren falls forward for about 2 yards on the carry. That's going to be 2nd down and 8 at the Texas 48-yard line. All right, 3 receivers again. They got a tight end and a back in the backfield. Takes a snap, fakes it to the back. Spencer's looking. Sanders going deep. Almost picked off. Yeah, that deep ball accuracy has not been there for Spencer Sanders today. It just hasn't been. He's 13 of 22, 124 yards, and an interception. Oh, yeah, the defensive back almost had an opportunity to come away with the pick. So here we go, 3rd and 8. Big 3rd down here. Out of the shotgun, takes a snap. Texas sending 3. He throws it. Incomplete. That's going to be incomplete. So Texas with the stop. Let's see. Mike says, 20, refresh me on who your NFL team is. And so, that's a good question. Mike says, good team, really good top 6, maybe 2nd best NFC. Let's see, 4th and 8. Kick is on the way. Fair catch. And the ball's going to. Ooh, did they get it at the 1-yard line? Are they going to say it's in? All right, they're going to say a touchback. So that's a touchback. That is a touchback. So the Texas Longhorns, they'll get their first crack at it coming back from the half. So far today, Casey Thompson, 11 of 19, 153 yards through the air, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and he also has 4 carries for -6 yards so far in this one. He's going to line up under center, 1 back in the backfield. Receiver goes in motion, hands it to the back. That's Robinson. Makes a guy miss. Gains about 8 yards on the carry. That's going to be 2nd and 2. Ball at the Texas 28-yard line. Let's see. 420 says Trevon Diggs started as a 72 or 73 overall in Madden. Now he's an 80, but that's not enough. I feel the same way about Justin Herbert and his rating. Hands the ball to the back. And that's going to be a 1st down. So, that's a gain of 3 yards on the play. And a 1st down. All right, here we go. 1 back in the backfield. Shotgun formation. Takes a snap. Oklahoma State bringing pressure. It's caught by the receiver. And he has some room. He's making a play. I believe that's Worthy. Xavier Worthy. I said it in the first half. You get this man involved, good things are going to happen. That's all you have to do. Get the ball into the hands of Worthy. And I'm telling you, Xavier Worthy, he's that guy. 19-yard reception at the 50-yard line. Let's see. One back in the backfield, two receivers on the play. Takes a snap, fakes it to the back. He's looking. Thompson has time. He's going to run. He's running. Let's see, 5, 10 yards, about 12 yards on the carry. So Thompson, he had time. He took off for it. 12 yards. He picked up on the ground. Mike says, got to put on the time, 20. And so Mike says, or wait a few months, they will all be 100. Oh, that's what Mike says. And so there you go. Let's see. 420 says, do you play Madden, JB? I do play Madden. I'm on the Xbox, though. I'm on the Xbox. I do have, meanwhile, on the carry. Look at here. Robinson's going to take it all the way. That's a touchdown. Bryson Robinson with a 38-yard touchdown. Right up the middle. So how about that for Texas? How about it? Way to swing the momentum back in your side. The defense gets a stop, and then the offense comes and scores a touchdown on their first drive coming at the half. Bryson Robinson, 15 carries, 120 yards, and 2 touchdowns today. And it's just the early parts of the third quarter. What a great run. But yeah, 420, I do play Madden. Matter of fact, I got like 2 streams, I think, that are currently up that I've done so far this year in terms of for Madden 21. So, I mean, Madden 22. So, yeah, I've got 2 streams already up. So definitely check those out. But yeah, I do play Madden. Normally, I was playing with the Patriots, though. I have not played since the Patriots have let go Cam Newton. So that tells you how long it's been. Let's see. Mike says, or wait a few months and they'll be all at 100. All right, I already read that one. And so Mike says, that running back, great. Yeah, big-time players make big-time plays, Mike. And that's as big as it gets. Right? I'm talking about 38 yards for the touchdown. Took it to the house. Fantastic. Fantastic. But yeah, 420, what system you play on? Let's see. Mike says, I would battle you, JB, if you had a PlayStation. So, oh, man, yeah. Absolutely, man. I mean, I really did think about converting to PlayStation just because I know everybody else plays PlayStation. I prefer the Xbox, but everybody else plays PlayStation. So I really did think about it, but getting the PlayStation, that was so difficult, that PS5. So I just went ahead and got me the Xbox Series X instead. So I eventually caved in and said, look, I'm going to get the one that I can get. And so there you go. And so Mike says, I hate the 3-year rule. And so absolutely, man. And so 420 PS4. Absolutely. I know what Mike's thinking. Mike's thinking he can convince the Bills to go ahead and take Robinson. That's what he's thinking. So that's why you're not too fond of the rule. I got you. But okay, yeah, PS4. Okay, bet. Absolutely. And so what I'm thinking about doing is that during the offseason, especially that time like after the Super Bowl, when we have that dry spell between the Super Bowl and then obviously I still have some basketball games, but I'll probably be just streaming about maybe 2 games out the week when it comes to the NBA until the playoffs start. We'll still have college basketball as well. But once we reach the part where there's not as many streams, because for football, I'm doing about 4 streams for football out the week. So once that's gone, that'll open up the door for me to do a little bit more in terms of like Madden streaming and stuff like that. And so I may have nights where maybe I'll just see how many of my subscribers actually want to actually battle and stuff. And then who knows, maybe just have some battles against them and stuff like that, or just, stuff like that. I'll still figure it out. But yeah, that'll be fun to do. Let's see. Mike says, Bill fans were offering 2nd and 3rd for Ertz. Shocker. All about the 1 year big money contract. And so absolutely. But yeah, what a game so far. Let's see if Oklahoma State can go ahead and respond in this one. But that was a big time score for Texas. Big time score for them. All right, we're going to get a return. Let's see the 10, 15, 20, 25 to about the 27-yard line. So this will be 1st and 8. They're saying at the 28-yard line for Oklahoma State. All right, so the Oklahoma State offense is about to line up. It's looking like they're going to line up in the shotgun formation. All right, so we've got three receivers, a tight end, and a back. Shotgun. Takes it, hands it to the back. And Warren gains about 2 yards in the carry. That's going to be 2nd and 8. Ball at the Oklahoma State 30-yard line. One thing I want to see from Spencer Sanders in this one is that improved accuracy from that mid to long range. Passes. Takes the snap. He's looking. He's going to run. Right up the middle. Gains about a yard. Texas shut that down immediately. I'm sure the coaching staff, they had a lot of film to go off of when it came to what Caleb Williams did to this team last week. So they're going to be prepared for that. Let's see. Mike says the Cardinals will be a treat to watch. Oh, yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing how they're going to look now. I mean, my goodness, like this is going to be a big one. But I know that they're not going to have their head coach in this upcoming matchup. They're not going to have Chandler Jones in this upcoming matchup. I know the Browns won't have Nick Chubbs, but, we'll see how that goes out, how that's going to play out. All right, Oklahoma State takes a snap, hands it to the back. And the back gets about a couple yards in the play, 2-yard gain. That's going to be 3rd and – well, actually, that was 3rd down. So that's going to be 4th and 5 coming up. So what a stop by the Texas Longhorns. So once again, Texas, they've captured the momentum in this one. Ooh, did they get away with a face mask call? All right, punts on the way. And it's going to bounce. Oh, man, what a nice bounce that was. Takes it all the way to the Texas 7-yard line. Mike says that I assume the Cardinals offered an extension for Ertz. Eagles gave up on a year, and so yeah, I'm still waiting to see more details about that myself in terms of how that's going to go. But you have to imagine though, there's an understanding already in place in terms of an extension for Ertz. But obviously, when that news does happen, I'll definitely post about that. Absolutely. Let's see. Just checking my phone. I got the notification that my fantasy football team. I mean, my team, our league is desperate. I'm not going to lie. Very desperate right now. We've got somebody just picked up Devontae Freeman at running back because we got 16 people in our league. So, yeah, there's a lot of desperate going on. People don't like to make trades, though. So, absolutely. Let's see. Mike says versus the Panthers, no Christian McCaffrey, 420. Who you got? Who's going against the Panthers this week? Let me see. Can't remember who the Panthers playing this week. Let's see. I forgot who the Panthers were going against this week. The Vikings. The Vikings. Yeah, I had assumed. I assumed that Christian McCaffrey was actually going to be back, but put him on IR. that's a whole different story right there. Listen, you got 24-27 Panthers over the Vikings. And so, yeah, mine was Panthers 26-24. So let's see how that goes. I mean, Sam Darnold's going to have a bounce-back game. I don't know what it's going to take to light a fire up under Robbie Anderson right now and get him going. But I know this. If one more person tries to trade me Robbie Anderson, I keep saying no. Stop trying to offer me him. There's nothing he can do for me right now. 420 says the Panthers, if Sam Darnold stop seeing ghosts. Those ghosts are following him all the way from New York. But now we'll see. And there's a penalty. A penalty. You're already backed up as it is. Now you're going to move yourself back in there to 3 yards. Let's see. 420 says Panthers 21-17. So, yeah, we've all got the Vikings losing that one in spite of the fact that Christian McCaffrey's not playing. All right, so here we go. Takes a snap. Hands it to the back. That's Robinson. He's going to gain about 2 yards on the play. Take it all the way to the Texas 6-yard line. That's going to be 2nd and 11 coming up. It's going to be 2nd and 11. Takes a snap. Throws it. That's going to be a gain of about, 2 yards? Let's see. Mike says Sam Darnold needs to hit the weight bench on those lobs. All right, here we go, guys. 3rd and 9. Robinson, the back in the backfield, already having a very, very good game in this one on the ground. Over 100 yards. Receivers are bunched up near the line. Texas takes a snap. It's a fumble, but the quarterback picked it up. He lost the ball, but was able to capture it. That could have been a disaster right there for Texas. And they got to punt the ball. Let's see if they can get a nice, clean punt off here. Watch Oklahoma State to try to block this punt. All right, so punt's on the way. Fair catch assembled. All right, caught it at the Texas 48-yard line. Let's see, 420 says it's the fine back. I think he needs one more week, actually, before he's eligible. I think after, I think one more week, before he's eligible, if memory serves me right. But he's not back this week. Let's see, Mike says Gilmore, don't think so. Another week. Yeah, I'm thinking another week. Let's see, Mike says Tommy Tremble needs to step up. And so, I remember when it first happened, I told you, I'm in a 16-person fantasy football league. So when I saw that trade happened, I immediately picked up Tommy Tremble just in case the Panthers wanted to utilize him. Ended up dropping him after the week because I realized, that's probably not going to happen as much as I was hoping that it would. Let's see. But yeah, so far in this game, you look at just look at the running game. Jalen Warren for Oklahoma State, 16 carries, 61 yards in this one, averaging 3.8 yards a carry. But for Texas, Bijah Robinson, 16 carries, 122 yards. So twice what Warren has in terms of his carries and stuff for 7.6 yards a carry and 2 touchdowns in this game. We're still here in the third quarter, 7 minutes and 58 seconds left to go. But yeah, Bijah Robinson has been huge for Texas on the ground. Thompson, he's 13 and 21, 174 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Big interception, though, that was returned all the way for a touchdown. Meanwhile, Oklahoma State, Spencer Sanders, 13 of 23, 124 yards, and also has an interception. And this one, no touchdowns so far for him. He's been missing on a couple medium to deep ball passes. I've definitely seen that quite a few times from him. And that has hurt this team because they've had some opportunities. He's just been missing on some. Mike says Panthers suffering with no safety. Burris missing Arnold bad and Robbie jogging. You said Robbie's jogging out there. He really is. Like, I don't know what's going on with him right now. I mean, maybe this is his silent protest that he doesn't want Sam Darnold out there. Maybe he was not a fan of Sam Darnold joining him. I don't know. But, yeah, it's just not happening right now for him. I was almost close to taking him in terms of, for my fantasy team. I'm glad I opted not to. I didn't do it because of DJ Moore and then the whole Terrence Marshall thing, so I opted not to this season. Good call on my part. Let's see. Mike says, JB, 1 p.m. Rams and Giants. JB got 38-16. I got 37-7. Hey, we're very close in that one. Who you got 420? Meanwhile, Oklahoma State, one back in the backfield. 3 receivers, takes a snap, hands it to the back, and he gets a yard, I'm thinking, on the carry. Yeah, it's going to be 1 yard, takes it to Texas 46-yard line. 2nd and 9. Third quarter, 7 minutes and 40 seconds. They're playing with tempo. Takes the snap. He's looking. Spencer throws it. Incomplete. Throws out of bounds. So this is going to be 3rd and 9. If you're Oklahoma State, you want to score right now. You do not want to get the ball back to Texas right now. You don't want to do that. You want to find a way to score. They're in the shotgun. 3 receivers and a tight end. Receiver goes in motion. He's looking. Texas sends forward. He's looking. The pressure hits him, but he's incomplete. Incomplete. So they're going to have to go ahead. But there is a penalty. There is a penalty. Sanders did take a hit. What is this penalty going to be? Will it be against Texas? Roughing the passer. Roughing the passer. Absolutely hate penalties like that, man. Hate penalties like that. Here you go. 3rd down. You made the stop. Your team made the stop. And what do they call it? Pass defense because he drug him. And then you had to finish through and drag him to the ground. And you know he didn't have the ball. Stupid penalties, man. Stupid penalties. Gifting the team a 1st down when you just made the stop. Hand the ball to the back. That's going to be a loss of a yard on the play. Yeah, you just can't do stuff like that, guys. You just can't do it. Just can't do it. All right, so here we go. 3 receivers on the play. Got a tight end. And let's see, in the shotgun formation, 1 back. Takes a snap, fakes it to the back. Texas sends 3. He's looking. He's running. He's still running. He throws it, and he hits the turf. My goodness. When he feels pressure, like, my goodness, that accuracy's not there. Well, let's see. 420 has the Rams 31-20. Oh, yeah. When I made that projection, I did not know either way if Daniel Jones was going to be playing. But I see that Daniel Jones, I think he will be playing in that game. Rams will still win, though, either way, but still. All right, so here we go. 3rd and 11. Ball at the Texas 32-yard line. Out of the shotgun. 3 receivers towards the top of the screen. 1 at the bottom. Takes the snap. Texas sending forward. It's a screen. They throw it to the back. And he stays in bounds. He has the 1st down. Can he take it all the way? He goes to about the 6-yard line of Texas. So excellent play call and good job by Richardson to get 24 yards and make the first guy miss the tackle. That's what we needed to see here in this game. Now they're at the goal line. Let's see what they can do. What a big missed tackle that was. If he makes that tackle there, that would have been big time for Texas, but good job for Oklahoma State. Here we go. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. Takes the snap out of the shotgun. He's going to throw it up there. Too high. Too high. That's been the case for many of his passes today. So, yeah, he's 14 to 27, 132 yards through the air so far in this one. Second and goal. Takes a snap. Hands it to the back. The back trying to find some hole. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. Third and goal. Got two receivers on the play. Tight end and a fullback and a halfback. All right, so they shuffle. So now it's just the quarterback in the backfield. Takes a snap. He's going to run. Following his blockers, he's going to gain about 4 yards. So now we've got fourth down coming up. Let's see. If I'm Oklahoma State, I'm kicking the field goal right now. I have some questions about the accuracy of this quarterback. I take the field goal. Not the play I would have called, but I guess the offensive coordinator is questioning his accuracy as well. 21-yard attempt. Kick is up, and it is good. So it's now a one-possession game, 24 to 16. Let's see. Mike says 1 p.m. Okay, so they had the Houston Texans versus the Indianapolis Colts. Let's see. Mike says, blew that touchdown pass shot. Hate to see it. Absolutely, man. It was there. It was there, but he overthrew it. He's been doing that a lot tonight. He's been doing it a lot. If he's on the money tonight, Oklahoma State's winning this game right now if he's on the money, but he's just not on the money in this one. You said little running back stuffed. And you asked what the offensive coordinator, what he's thinking on that play. Yeah, like everybody can see that. When you motion those guys there, I mean, quite sure that means you're about to run the ball on that side. And that's just a little too far to be doing that. I mean, he acts like he's got Tim Tebow back there or something like that. That's not the case. Let's see, Mike says JB got the Colts on 29-19. You said you got the Colts 27 to 13 and 420. Who does he got? Let's see. Mike says, JB, what are your thoughts on Sanders in the first game you've seen of him? For Sanders, I have many questions in terms of his accuracy. Those deep balls. Now, I do want to take into account that it seems like there is some wind out there right now. So I will say that. But in terms of just what I'm seeing, he's missing a lot of those deep passes. I've seen a couple of times where the receiver runs a good route towards the sideline, and then the interception he threw, that was behind him. He had 2 more passes where he just overthrew the receiver. Could have been picked off, but yeah, I feel like on the mid to long passes, he's off on his accuracy when making those passes. And so that's been my impression so far for Sanders. And let's see, 420 says the Colts 17-14. And so Mike says, did your monetization process finally complete? So yeah, Mike, the monetization process did complete as of last Tuesday. So yeah, as of last Tuesday was when it finally got finalized. I got the notifications and stuff. And so yeah, definitely that has been finalized. As of today was the first day that I was able to use incorporate super chats. And so didn't realize that was the thing until 80s went ahead and gracefully, got that started earlier today. So very thankful of that. But yeah, so the monetization process has been finalized. And so you guys should notice on some videos, you'll see some ads and stuff up there. So yeah, it has been finalized. I can even now comment inside the community section, which is now available for me, which you have to have 1,000 subscribers in order to start doing that. So that's great. So if something does come up and I have to reschedule a stream or something like that, I can now notify you guys that way. So excited about that. All right, so no return on the kickoff there, and Texas, they're going to get the ball back here in the third quarter, 4 minutes and 49 seconds left to go here. And so Mike says low score 420. Okay. And so yeah, we'll see if that's the case. I think the Colts will score a little bit more than that, but I can definitely see Houston being at that point. All right, here we go. 1st and 10, ball at the Texas 25-yard line in the shotgun. Receiver goes in motion, takes a snap, hands it to the back, and that's going to be a pickup of 2 yards on the play. Make that 2nd and 8 now at the Texas 27-yard line. Let's go 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, 4 receivers on the play. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom of the screen. Running back goes in motion. Takes a snap. Oklahoma State sending 5. He throws it. It's caught by the receiver. That's going to be a pickup of about 4 yards on the play. All right, they're saying 5 yards. So, yeah, that'll make it 3rd and 3. And so let's see. Mike says last 1 p.m. And so coming up, Detroit, the Bengals versus the Lions. And so, yeah, I've got, the Bengals winning that one 36-22. So, yeah, that's what I got in that one. All right, here we go. 3rd and 3. He lost a bad snap again. He just throws this one away. Another bad snap on a 3rd down situation. What's going on here with Texas and the snaps here? This is back-to-back drives that this has happened. And because of that bad snap, they're going to have to punt the ball now. They're going to have to punt the ball. And so Mike says, JB, I want some big sacks. And so let's see. Mike says, I hear if you let the commercial play to the end, you get more. Absolutely. Any YouTube channel you go to that's monetized, unless you have the thing where you just automatically don't watch the ads and it just automatically pays them in full. But yeah, the longer you watch the ads, the more that the YouTuber makes in terms of the ads. And so that's how it works. I believe it's something like maybe about 5-6 cents per second that you watch and all like that. And so, yeah, that's how it sort of works, something like that. So obviously different commercials, different rates, but yeah, that's how it sort of works. And so, yeah, that's how it works right there. Yeah, letting the commercial play all the way through gets more for the YouTuber that is on. So that's how it works. And so, Jacob, man, thank you for joining the stream, man. Glad to have you here, man. Let me know who you got in this one, Jacob. And so you say, nah, JB&M. And so, yeah, let me know who you got in this one, man. And so let's see. Mike says, JB, special guest tomorrow. There will not be a special guest tomorrow, actually, for the Sunday Night Football. Let's see. Hands it to the back, and that's going to be a gain of about 6 yards right there for Warren, bringing up 2nd and 4, ball at the Oklahoma State 26-yard line. Let's see. Did I skip one? All right, 2nd and 4. One back in the backfield. You got the tight end and fullback in front of the quarterback here. 2 receivers on the play. You see the defensive backs. They're backed up by a good amount. Takes it. Quick pass. And it is caught by the receiver. I want to see that ball just a little bit more on the money so the receiver has a chance to make the defensive back miss and try to get some extra yards on that play. But nonetheless, 1st down. Shotgun formation. 2 receivers on the play. Takes a snap. He's looking. He has time. He's going to go deep. That's a flag. The receiver was tackled on that play. That is a flag. They're not going to let you do that. Not going to let you do it. Not going to let you do it. Let's see. And so 420 says, Bengals going to win by a blowout. You say 38-10. And so there you go. 38. I would not be surprised if that happened, though. The Bengals have been very impressive. I know the Bengals are going to win, but by how much, we'll see. Takes a snap. Hands it to the back. And, yeah, Warren gets about 2 yards. So I feel like Texas' run defense has gotten better as this game has progressed here. Warren has 18 carries, 69 yards in this one. Much better than what we saw last week, at least. And so let's see. Michael says Google AdSense monthly payments. And so, yeah, they do pay monthly. That's about a 3-yard pickup on the play. And so let's see. But yeah, glad to have you back, Michael. And so yeah, I told you the crew was going to be here. Just give him a minute. But yeah, glad to have you back. And so Jacob said, I meant to say hi. So gotcha. Well, yeah, glad that you're here, man. Glad that you're here. Welcome to the stream. And definitely let me know who you got in this one. 3rd and 5. Going to be the option here. Tosses it to the back. Quarterback threw a block on that play. Didn't make a difference, but I like the fact that Sanders went out there and threw a block. No hesitation. I like that. If my quarterback's willing to do that. 4th and 2. I say, let's see, at the 46-yard line of Texas, I say go for it. Let's roll the dice. But I'm not the coach, so they're going to punt the ball. I think now's the time where I really would go for it if I'm Oklahoma State. I probably really would go for it. But they're going to punt the ball and trust their defense, or at least they're lining up for the punt. Punt's on the way. All right, so yeah, that's going to be inside the 20 there at the 18-yard line of Texas. Here we are in the 3rd quarter. 48 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Let's see. Mike says, I will let them run. Remind people if they would, so you can be free you up if they do this. And so, yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's definitely something for sure. Like the longer that the ads do play, the better. Now, I remember I was watching one of my ads. So I saw that thing was running about 45 minutes. So if you get an ad like that, I absolutely don't blame you for skipping something like that. But yeah, those 2, 3, 4-minute ones, absolutely. But yeah, appreciate you, Mike. Appreciate you. Here we go. 1st and 10. Fakes it to the back. Thompson looking pressure. He gets hit. Delivered the pass while getting hit. But that's one thing I said about Thompson. He'll take a hit. He will stand in the pocket and wait to the absolute last second and take that hit. But man, what a hit that was. And he's getting up slow because that was a hit. Show us the replay. Let's see. He stood in the pocket. Oh, man, he got hit right there. Right in the midsection there. So, yeah, Thompson getting some medical attention here. But let's see why they're looking at him. Let's see. Mike says, I say message 49ers game. You joining someone. And so hold on. You say I saw a message for the 49ers game. You joining someone. And so I had joined CG yesterday, and that was CG Ruthless for his sports channel as a guest for his. And yeah, so he's a 49ers channel mostly. So I did join him for that channel. And so I still got to connect with Jay and Beto at some point about one of his streams when he's talking about his 49ers and stuff. So I got to connect with him, see if we can get something worked out for that. All right, 3 receivers on the play, tight end in motion, one back in the backfield with the quarterback. And they hand it to the back, and that's Robinson. Going forward, picks up 4 yards on the play, takes it to the Texas 23-yard line. So with 30 seconds left to go here, Thompson's coming back in the game. So, yeah, the backup got 1 play, and they're bringing him back in. $12 seconds left to go in the quarter. Let's see if they'll actually snap the ball here or wait to the end of the quarter. He snaps it. He throws it. Too high, incomplete. The ball was there, but just a little bit, just slightly out of range there for Xavier Worthy. Not a bad call right there. And so there you go. Mike says we need to get JB enough recourse to start doing power rankings, maybe partner up with someone for that. And so I mean, I probably would have to partner up with the Sports Blitz, but I know he's been going through a lot lately, so he hasn't been able to do his own when it comes to those power rankings and stuff. But yeah, I mean, based upon how my schedule is now with about 4 or 5 streams and stuff, and then still trying to get sports news out, the power rankings is something that I may have to let slide at the moment, at least at the moment. Let's see. Mike says, I like Josh Thompson. And so absolutely. Because, yeah, in addition to this, I'm still trying to find a way to still find time to stream on Twitch. I've got a Facebook group that I run as well, all that stuff. So, yeah, still trying to find all of that stuff, time for the other stuff. So, yeah, power rankings, that's probably one thing that I definitely, have to just put to the side. I know the Sports Blitz, he loves that stuff in terms of power rankings. Him personally, he wants to mostly focus on power rankings and stuff. He does sports news because obviously we know that's what, a lot of people love. Now, I enjoy doing the sports news aspect of it and the play-by-play streams, but he loves more so doing the power rankings and things of that sort. So definitely I would look to the Sports Blitz for that. And so absolutely the punt. All right, so let's see. Jacob says Texas with a close game, 32-27. All right, so we've got I think 4 or 5 Texas right now, 4 or 5 of us for Texas. Only person going Oklahoma State right now is 80s when he returns. Let's see. Mike says 4 p.m. What a treat. The Cardinals go to Cleveland. Baker versus Murray. JB got the Browns 24-22. Again, I made that projection before I knew Nick Chubb was out. And you got the Cardinals 27-24. And so I'm still going to stick with the Browns, though. In Cleveland, this could be the game. And, hey, for Kareem Hunt, I mean, one of my fantasy teams, I have him there too, so I'm hoping he has a huge game. But we'll see. We will see because I know the whole OBJ thing is just not working out right now. Absolutely. Let's see. Mike says, we are rooting Texas. Everybody except for 80s. He's the only one that's going for Oklahoma State that has commented so far in this one. If there's anyone else watching right now, if you're going for Oklahoma State or even Texas, definitely let us know if you haven't already. Let's see. Mike says, I thumb you up. Yeah, appreciate that, Mike. Yeah, anybody that hasn't already, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button in this one. And if anybody's watching us new, make sure you press the subscribe button. Meanwhile, the punt is on the way. All right, another good punt. Will it stop bouncing? No, it goes in the end zone. So Oklahoma State's going to take over at the 20-yard line. And so Mike says, really like Texas running back. Yeah, we've got to see him 2 consecutive games. And in big games, teams that are ranked higher than Texas. Now, obviously, the Big 12, not too much known for defense. But Oklahoma State's defense is a respectable defense for sure this season. And, yeah, he's been able to do it all out there. I mean, on the ground, 18 carries, 128 yards, averaging 7.1 yards on the ground, 2 touchdowns. And then also contributing 3 receptions, 38 yards through the air. Absolutely. Meanwhile, the medical staff is tending to a Texas Longhorn player right now. As we are in the extremely early moments of the fourth quarter. Mike says Cowboys versus Patriots in Foxborough. JB got 28-20 Cowboys. You say you got 27-13 Cowboys. And so, yeah, let's see who they have there. And so let's see. Mike says, I got top 4 Buccaneers, Bills. I would swap Bills and Bucks right now, but, yeah, Ravens and Cardinals. I like that list. I probably right now, I know the Cardinals are undefeated, so this is going to be unpopular. I would go Bills number 1. Buccaneers number 2, Ravens. No, I would go Chargers number 3, Ravens number 4. Cardinals would be my 5th team if I had to finish out the 5 for that power rankings there. Let's see, Damien. Thank you so much for joining the stream, man. Glad to have you here. And you say hook 'em horns. There you go. How about them Longhorns right now? Playing much better defense in this one. Oklahoma State play action fake, throws it, and it is. Is it caught? It was near the sideline. I didn't get to see the feet. Referee said he was in bounds, so that's going to be a reception. That's the best pass I've seen from Spencer Sanders today near the sideline. And so there you go. And so Mike says, Damian super punt. Takes a snap, hands it to the back. And that's Warren. He's going to get about a good 6 yards on the carry, moving the ball to the Oklahoma State 40-yard line. So that's 2nd and 4 at the Oklahoma State 40-yard line. Oklahoma State's been playing with tempo. 3 receivers on the play. Takes a snap. Hands it to Warren again. Warren looking for space. This time he has the first down. He's still running. He's at the 40, at the 35. Leaps up. Falls at the 31-yard line of the Texas Longhorns. What a run right there by Jalen Warren. Busting that one out for 29 yards. You had to think it was going to happen sooner or later if he kept running. That puts him over the 100-yard mark on the day. 22 carries for 108 yards, averaging 4.9 yards a carry. Out of the shotgun formation, 3 receivers on the play. Oh, he snapped it but was not ready for it. So now he's got to try to make something happen out of nothing, and that's going to be a loss of a lot of yards on the play there. Now, how many yards are we looking at exactly? What a mistake that was. You can't do that. We've seen some bad snaps in this one. It's like the 3rd bad snap, but the first one for Oklahoma State. All right, so that's a 7-yard loss there. So it's 2nd and 17. Ball's back at the Texas 40-yard line. Lining up in the shotgun. 4 receivers on the play. Puts the running back in motion. Takes a snap. He's going to run. And he's still running. And, oh, man, he gains about a good 15, maybe 16 yards on that carry. So Sanders showing what he can do on the ground. That's going to make it 3rd and 2. Mike says we're in the 4th already. Absolutely. I laugh because I see that comment, Mike, about where it's 80s, and I was just thinking, yeah, the 4th quarter's just, on the way already. 3rd and 2. Takes a snap. He's looking to throw. He throws it to the receiver. It's caught. That's Tay Martin with the 5-yard completion and the first down. And let's see. Mike says 4 p.m. Raiders go down to the Broncos. JB got 23-20 Raiders. You got 24-17 Broncos bounce back. Yeah, I like the Raiders in that one. They got a lot to prove. I think they'll go out there and find a way to win, but it's not going to be easy. It's going to be a close one. Here we go. 3 receivers on the play. 1 back in the backfield. Takes a snap. Hands it to the back. And he's running. Warren has about 8 yards on the carry. Takes it all the way to the Texas 12-yard line. Big drive right here for Oklahoma State. Can the Texas defense get a stop? We've got 7 plays, 68 yards, 3 minutes and 18 seconds on the time of possession in this one. 3 receivers on the play, 1 back in the backfield. Takes a snap. Hands it back to Warren. And he get the first. They're going to say he picked it up because he gained 2 yards on the play. And so, yeah, he says, who's your top on 5 420? Yeah, I mean, he's increased that yard per carry for sure in this one. But, yeah, search party for 80s. 3 receivers on the play. Takes a snap. Hand it to the back. Warren's looking. He's finding room. Falls for it. That's going to be a gain of about 3 yards on the carry, bringing up 2nd and 7 at the goal line. I said keep running it. Texas goal line defense has been big in this one. Let's see if they can keep that going. Fakes it to the back. Spencer's looking. Throws it in the end zone. That's a touchdown. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. So how about that for them Cowboys? Touchdown. And so now you have to think they'll be going for 2. Can they get the 2-point conversion? But what a touchdown pass by Spencer Sanders. So, yeah, Mike, we've got the search party out looking for 80s for sure. Mike says 10 thumbs up. Nice. Absolutely. All right, they're fit to go for 2. All right, so they're in the shotgun. I see one receiver towards the bottom of the screen. They've got like trips towards the top of the formation. Takes a snap. He throws it to the back. Back is tackled. 41 read that the entire way. The entire way. So that 2-point conversion is no good. What a play. What a play. And so you say inside 10. And so you say clutch. What a pass. There you go. That's he finally made a good pass here in the end zone. Good job there by Sanders. But they're down by 2 points in this one. Mike says checking all locations serving wings. You got to, man. Got to. Got to. Must be a long wait. An absolutely long wait is what I'm thinking. But yeah, great job right there by the Oklahoma State Cowboys to cap that one off in the end zone. They're down by 2 points. Wasn't able to convert the 2-point conversion. We'll see if ultimately at the end of the game, if that's going to be what makes things makes the difference in this one or not. Let's see. Mike says, consider 80 winged and dangerous. Absolutely. I like that one. I like that one. Winged and dangerous. Meanwhile, just a heads up while we have some time during the commercial, I see that Auburn is currently up 31-23 versus Arkansas. Arkansas has the ball, though, at their own, 32-yard line. It should be 4th down, so they should be punting. But 9 minutes and 29 seconds to go in that one. So, yeah, that's a close one right there. Still one possession. Auburn has scored more than I thought they would score in this one. So let's see what else we got. Some of the other games is taking place. Let's see. All right, so we've got Michigan State up on Indiana 17-9, but Indiana's at the goal line, second and goal for them. So if they score a touchdown and can get a 2-point conversion, they can tie that one up. That game was close. At the half, Indiana was up 17-9. Let's see how that goes. Northwestern's up on Rutgers 14-7, and they're at the goal line. We're in the red zone, actually. So we'll see if they can score. Ohio's up on Buffalo 26-24, 3 minutes and some change left to go in that one, while Minnesota's up on Nebraska 21-16, 5 minutes left to go in that. Let's see. South Florida's up on Tulsa 31-26. Ooh, Florida and LSU are tied up 35 apiece right now at the end of the third quarter. So what a game that one is. Florida and LSU. This could be huge for LSU, but also at Florida. You don't want to lose this game, because if you do, you'll fall unranked. I'm pretty sure of that. Meanwhile, Texas A&M taking care of business 35-14. Virginia up on Duke 34-0 third quarter. Ball State's up 14-7. And so there you go. Those are the scores around the league. Oklahoma State kicks it off. Let's see if there's going to be a return. There will be a return. Let's see. He's at the 10, the 15, 20, 25, 30, all the way to about the 32-yard line. So we're going to have 1st and 10 at the Texas 32-yard line. Let's see. Mike says, Sunday Night Football, the Seahawks falling apart. JB got 24-24. I did not put 24-24. I forgot who I picked in that one, honestly. You said you got 17-27 Steelers. And so, yeah, who you got? 420. So, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we might need to correct that one for the Seahawks there, 24-24. Takes a snap, hands it to the back. That's Robinson. He lost his balance there, got back to the line. No gain on that one. This is big. They need to be able to rely on Robinson here to probably carry them the rest of the way, or at least play a large role in that. All right, so now they've got both backs in the game. All right, so here we go. 3 receivers on the play, 2 backs in the backfield with the quarterback. 1 receiver goes in motion. Quarterback's going to run the option, tosses it to Robinson. And yeah, there was nothing there to work with. He lost 2 yards on the play. So now we're looking at 3rd and 12. Can this Oklahoma State defense get a 3 and out? Or can Texas find a way to get the first down here? They're at their own 29-yard line. I would aim for Xavier Worthy on the play. Like, I really would try to find him maybe one-on-one kind of deep here. Out of the shotgun formation. Takes a snap. Oklahoma State's blitzing. He gets sacked. He is sacked. What a sack. Loss of 4 yards on the sack. 4th and 16 on the play. 3 plays, -6 yards for Texas, and they got to punt the ball. And that was number 30 on the sack. That was Colin Oliver with that sack. So Colin Oliver was the man on the sack. All right, so Texas punts the ball again. Will there be a okay? There's going to be a return. Takes it to about the 36-yard line of Oklahoma State. So there you go. Let's see. Mike says Titans 27, Bills 34. So you got the Bills winning 34-27. I got the Bills winning 44-20. Bills on a Monday Night Football game. I don't trust the secondary of the Tennessee Titans. I don't think they match up at all against Buffalo in that one. So we both know Buffalo's going to put up some points in that one. I just think the Tennessee's offense has been struggling really bad. No Julio Jones. A.J. Brown, we need a search party for him this year. I got him in one of my fantasy football teams. Not impressed with what he's been doing this year in fantasy football. I get that you said when Julio come to the team, you don't mind if he be the number 1 receiver, but at least look like a number 2 receiver should look. It's just not looking good right now. Now, he can turn it around. He's got the talent, but I'm not impressed with this Tennessee offense. They're getting sacked a lot. Of course, King Henry, if he shows up and shows out, that can change some things, but you got to imagine Buffalo's going to be gearing for him. We'll see how that works out. But, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think Buffalo scores too many points early to where Tennessee has to pass the ball late, and they're not able to run the ball as much as they would like to. So, yeah, 44-20. There you go. There you go. Let's see. Mike says, JB at the Seahawks 24-23. Appreciate that. Yeah, there you go. 24-23. That sounds a lot better. Mike says, huge sack. Numbers 30, Collins, maybe. Yep. It was Colin Oliver. There you go. Yep. So Mike says the Titans always beat up the Bills, but if the Bills win big, it's just Ravens and Bucks left to challenge. Absolutely. Yeah, we're going to learn about this Tennessee team for real. This is the same Tennessee Titans team that lost to the Jets. Now, I know they didn't have A.J. Brown in that one, but when he's been there, he hasn't really contributed much. So we will see. But this Titans team, let's not forget, they did lose to the Jets. So, you know, they're very beatable. And as you can see, this year, this is not the same Bills team. Last year, they would have struggled against the Chiefs. Not this year. They completely had control of that game for the most part. So, yeah, I'm expecting the Bills to win pretty decently against the Titans. But, of course, could be wrong, but we'll see. Absolutely. Let's see where we are right now in terms of the likes in this one. 1 second, guys. All right, let's see. So, all right. So, yeah, I believe we're at 10 likes right now. So, yeah, absolutely appreciate you guys for that. What a game we have, separated by 2 points. Now, let's see. Can the Oklahoma State Cowboys go ahead and score on this one, or will the Texas defense rise to the occasion? 3 receivers on the play, 1 back in the backfield. Sanders takes it. They're going to run the option. They actually toss it to the receiver. Excellent play. He's got the first down and then some. That's going to be a gain of about almost 20 yards right there. That's about, 18 yards? Takes it to the Texas 46-yard line. Excellent play by Oklahoma State. You can tell they've been setting that play up all game long. I like it. I love it. Out of the shotgun. Receiver goes in motion. Throws it to the receiver. He's going to throw it back to the quarterback. Quarterback picks it up. That hit the ground, buddy. That hit the ground. We're not going to let you get away with that one. That hit the ground. Let's see. Mike says, Matt Molina, heart of run stop. As a linebacker, if out again, Henry going to eat. Yeah, he is the heart of that run stop. So, yeah, you're right about that. You're right about that. All right, so, yeah, clearly Oklahoma State resorting to a lot of trick plays here, getting creative, digging deep in the playbook. That time it didn't work out. They're going to be in a shotgun here. 3 receivers on the play, 1 back in the backfield with the quarterback. Receiver goes in motion, hands it to the back. That's Warren. He's got some room here, and he's going to get 15, about 16 yards on the carry. What are they saying, about 20? All right, so that's at the 26-yard line. Takes the snap. Throws it to the back. And he's met in the backfield. That's going to be a loss of about 2 yards on the play. It's going to be second down. We've got a lineman for Texas down right now. So, yeah, the medical staff is currently tending to the Texas Longhorn defender right now. And it's 2nd and 11 at the Texas 27-yard line. Right now, we've got 7 minutes and 7 seconds left to go in this game. All right, so let's see. So far in this one, Oklahoma State, Spencer Sanders, he was 19 of 32, 178 yards, and 1 touchdown to 1 interception. Casey Thompson, 14 of 25, 179 yards through the air, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He did have to step out. No, actually, it was Sanders that stepped out for a play for Brennan Presley on that one. But, yeah, Thompson did end up getting banged up in this one. But, yeah, he came back after one play in that one. On the ground, you have Jalen Warren, 26 carries, 141 yards. So he leads all in rushing so far in this one. And then you've got Bijah Robinson, 20 carries, 126 yards, 2 touchdowns in this one. Let's see. Mike says, nail biter JB. Absolutely, absolutely. For me, coming into the week, this was my pizza game right here for college football. It was. The popcorn game is going to be the Georgia-Kentucky game because I wonder if Kentucky can keep it close. But I'm excited to see that one. Can't wait to see that one get started soon. But, yeah, absolutely. 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 But, yeah, what a game it is. I mean, this is very important. If you're a team like Oklahoma State, you're undefeated right now. So Oklahoma State fans, they're still thinking, how can we get to the college football playoffs? Right now, realistically speaking, Oklahoma and Oklahoma State are probably the only 2 teams remaining in the Big 12, barring a lot of, different things that have a chance to make a case for the college football playoffs. Now, obviously, those 2 teams will run into each other at some point this season. But, yeah, Oklahoma State, you don't want to lose this game to Texas. You want to find a way to win this game. You're currently ranked number 12. You don't want to slide down. A 1-loss team in the Big 12, that's hard to overcome right now in terms of trying to make the college football playoffs. All right, so Sanders takes the snap, hands it to the back. That's Warren. And Warren, he falls forward for some yards. There is a penalty, however. So let's see if the 6-yard carry will stand or will it come back? Okay, so a penalty on Texas here. A personal foul. Hands to the face. Can't do it. So that's going to be a first down. Gift them with a first down. So now we've got a first and goal situation here. Ball at the Texas 10-yard line. Can the Cowboys score a touchdown again? It's going to be all on the shoulder of Sanders, I got a feeling. Takes a snap. Hands it to the back. Warren gains about 2 yards. They're saying about a yard in the carry. It's going to be 2nd and 9. Again, 6 minutes and 20 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. Second and 8. Takes a snap. He keeps it. And Sanders gets about 2 yards on the carry. It's going to bring up third down. 3rd and 6. Again, any type of score will give them the lead, but a touchdown can definitely go a long way in helping the defense out. 3rd and 6. This is going to be all up to Sanders here. He has to make the right decision, whatever it is. It's got to be the right call. Out of the shotgun, receiver goes in motion, takes a snap. He's looking like he's going to run, and he's met at the line, doesn't gain anything. So big stop there for Texas. That's going to bring out the field goal unit. Believe was that Collins again with the tackle. All right, here we go. 4th and 6. Up, there's a penalty. There is a penalty. All right, so that's a false start in the offense. That's going to back them back 5. Should not alter the decision at all. All right, here we go. 4th and 11. Again, there's 4 minutes and about 45 seconds on the clock left in this game. The clock is more and more of a factor now. Kick is up. Kick is good. So Oklahoma State takes the lead. They're up by 1 point, but there's still 4 minutes and 37 seconds left. Both teams have 3 timeouts remaining in this one. All right, let's see what's going on around the league here. Okay, so far in this one, we've got, let's see, LSU is up on Florida 42-35. Florida has the ball, at their own 43-yard line. Fourth quarter, 9 minutes and 59 seconds to go in that one. Let's see. So the Michigan State game, they're up on Indiana 17-15. So Indiana was unable to get the 2-point conversion after scoring a touchdown. They're in the fourth quarter, about 12 minutes left to go in that game. Texas A&M is up on Missouri 35-14. 5 minutes, 55 seconds left to go in that one. Texas A&M look like they're going to run away with that one. Cincinnati, number 3 Cincinnati, taking care of business, up 49-14 in that one. Still 10 minutes and 44 seconds left to go in that game. Arkansas, Auburn. Auburn is currently up 31-23. They have the ball right now at Arkansas 26-yard line. 2 minutes and 37 seconds. 2 minutes, 37 seconds left to go in that one. Arkansas needs to stop and to prevent Auburn from scoring and get the ball back to try to tie it up. So they need a lot to happen, right? But there's still a chance. Let's see what else we got here. We've got, well, those pretty much cover the top 25 matchups right there in this one. So let's see. Oh, Auburn just scored a touchdown, looked like. So, yep, Auburn's going to win that one. Looks like 38-23 is the score right now. So Auburn just scored a touchdown against Arkansas. All right, so here we go. Do we think Texas is going to pull this one off, guys, or not? All right, kickoff is on the way. And that's going to bowl out of bounds, so that's going to be a penalty. So that's going to help Texas get some good field position. It's all about what are they going to be able to do. All they need is at least a field goal to take the lead with 4 minutes, 37 seconds left to go. You want to score a touchdown if you're Texas. And if you do score a touchdown, you got to go for 2. That's like you got to go for 2 if you get a touchdown. But what a good game we have in this one. All right, out of the shotgun. Hands it to the back. That's Robinson. Robinson has a little bit of space there. Still on his feet. He's about 2 yards shy. They're saying about a yard shy of the first down. 9 yards on the carry. Mike says, will this be 2 weeks in a row? Texas gives up a lead. That's the question, Mike. That's the question. I think the Longhorns find a way. I think Texas scores at least one more time in this game. Just a matter of can their defense keep Oklahoma State from answering right back. So how much time they take off the clock before they score will also be another factor, assuming they do score. All right, meanwhile, we've got a lineman coming off here for Texas. All right, here we go, 2nd and 1. I expect him to try to run the ball here. Let's see. Shotgun takes it. Oh, it's going to be a pass. Woo! He set his receiver up on that play. He put the ball in front of his receiver. His receiver had 2 choices. Either you go get the ball or maybe the defensive back picks it off. So he went and got the ball, took a hit, took the sacrifice for the team for no yards on that one. But wow, you have a better read than that. Takes a snap. He keeps it. And he's going to lose yards on the play. Wow. So back-to-back questionable calls. I feel like the play before, they should have ran the ball. But wow. 4th and 3. Remember, both teams do have their timeouts. Are they going to go for it? 4th and 3. They're lining up to go for it. Will they actually do it? Takes the snap. He's running. Oh, and they were waiting on that. They sent like 3 guys to rush him, but they had about 2 guys waiting on him. The moment he took off, there was nothing there. So great job by Oklahoma State. And it's the defense, once again, that comes up big for Oklahoma State. How about that Cowboys defense? Again, this is the offense last week that had 48 points. Right now, they've got 24. Could not get 3 yards on the play when they needed it the most. And Steve Sarkisian just shakes his head. His team's been so close lately. 1st and 10. Now, both teams do have all their timeouts. 3 minutes and 12 seconds left to go. 3 receivers on this play, 1 back in the backfield. Sanders takes a snap, hands it to the back. It's going to be a pickup of about 3 yards on the play. All right, so Texas burnt their first time out. 3 minutes and 7 seconds left to go in the game. Barring some type of overtime, which is still a possibility, but for overtime to happen, both teams will need to score a touchdown, but Texas will need to convert on a 2-point conversion. Oh, man, look at the total yards here. Excellent first quarter for Texas, but horrible fourth quarter so far in this one. Oklahoma State saving their best quarter for the fourth quarter. That's where games are won and lost. Takes a snap. Hands it to Warren. Warren's got a hole. Warren, he's at the 30, the 25, 20. Cuts it back in all the way to the 10-yard line. So how about that for Warren with the carry? And if you're Texas, I mean, my goodness, will you let another Oklahoma team come in and beat you? All right, here they go. 1st and 10. So 1st and goal out of the shotgun. 4 receivers on the play. Takes a snap. He's going to run. Sanders runs. He has a hole. That's a touchdown. Touchdown. So, yeah, Texas pretty much let them run it in there. Try to save some time on the clock so they can go out there and try to tie this one up and have 2 minutes and 18 seconds to do it. All right, so they're already up by 7. An extra point here will make it 8 points, which is huge. It'll make it a touchdown and 2-point game. Kick is up, and it's good right down the middle. So there you have it, right down the middle, an 8-point game. So Texas still in the game, but they're going to have to find a way to score a touchdown and get a 2-point conversion with just 2 minutes and 18 seconds left to go in the game. So now, can Texas be the team to make a comeback in this one? You think of what was the turning point in this game. The turning point in this game, obviously, was when Casey Thompson threw that pick 6 to Oklahoma State. That was the changing point in this game. Meanwhile, Oklahoma State kicks it off. All right, we're going to get a return. Ooh, all the way to about the 24-yard line. All right, so here we go. 1st and 10 at the 24. Mike says, hope you know some CPR, JB, because Texas is choking. I couldn't save him last week, Mike, and I probably can't save him this week. But I couldn't save him last week. Let's see, in the shotgun formation, 3 receivers towards the bottom of the screen, 1 back in the backfield with him. Takes a snap. Oklahoma State sending 4. He throws it. There's a penalty, though. There is a penalty. Let's see what this penalty is. You know how I feel about penalties changing the outcome of a game, but it's offsides, Oklahoma State. As a quarterback, if you see that the defense is offsides, you got to take a deep shot and go to my boy Worthy and just take that deep shot. You have to do it. First and 5. Takes a snap. Oklahoma State sending 4. He throws it. Picked off. Picked off. And he's still running. Gets out of bounds. That's a late hit. But they're not going to call it, I guess. But, man, an interception. Oh, man, that hurt. Texas fans, they've had a tough 2 weeks. It's been a tough 2 weeks. You have 2 Oklahoma teams come down, and both of them, you have a chance to win. You get off to a good start. And what do? What do? You help them out. You throw an interception. Oh, man. Oh, man. Untimely interception. I think the win probably had a little bit to do with it as well in this game. But still, that's tough. That's his second interception of the game. And now Texas on defense, they'll have 2 timeouts. Oklahoma State, 3 receivers on the play, 1 back in the backfield, takes a snap, hands it to Warren. Warren has a hole. Warren gains about a good 6 yards on the play. Texas is going to burn their timeout. That's their second. So now we're at the commercial. So Texas has 1 timeout remaining. They're down by 8 points. So any type of score from Oklahoma State will result in this game pretty much being a wrap. And yeah, it's already not looking too good for them, but they got to find a way to stop them here. They can't give up another first down. Just can't do it. Just can't do it. All right, so here they go. They're coming back out. All right, looks like they're going to line up with 1 back in the backfield. Takes a snap. Hands it to the back. There's a lot of defenders that met him in the backfield. He's going to lose a couple yards here. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 5. All right, so yeah, they burn another timeout. Yeah, so here we are. Oklahoma State's up 32-24. They've had a strong 4th quarter. Matter of fact, they've outscored Texas 16-0 in the 4th quarter. So once again, another 4th quarter where Texas has failed to show up so far in this one. And yeah, it's getting awfully late. If they're going to have a chance, though, their defense has to get a stop right here, right now. 3rd and 6. There's still a chance. Still a chance. But they have to do it now. 3 receivers on the play, 1 back in the backfield. Oklahoma State hands it to the back. That's Warren. He gets the first down. Gets the first down, and that one hurts. That one hurts. I feel real bad for the Texas fans. 2 weeks in a row, your team in it, close games, in the division against both Oklahoma schools, and this happens. Warren's got 32 carries, 185 yards. All right, they take a knee. Yep, they're going to be taking knees to run out the rest of this one. There's nothing Texas can do about it at this point. Want to thank you guys so much for coming out to join me here on this stream. Really appreciate you guys. I do these play-by-plays around the same time every Saturday. So definitely, if you're a college football fan, check me out then. If you like the NFL, the next one up is going to be Sunday Night Football. I'll be streaming during that game. It'll be the Seahawks and the Steelers in that. And so, yeah, absolutely. But, man, this was a good game, though. This was a good game. Good job by Oklahoma State. Their defense showed up when they needed it to, and ultimately, that made a difference. Texas fell apart in the 4th quarter once again, and it happened. So the game is over. Absolutely. Let's see. Michael says it's a fifth quarter. Unfortunately, there won't be a fifth quarter here. We're going to stop this one at the end of the fourth quarter. This game's a wrap. Oklahoma State wins it in regulation 32-24. So that's the final score of the game. So, yeah, I'm about to go ahead and rest my voice here, though. I'm a little host from this stream. But, yeah, appreciate you guys so much for coming out. Mike says, thank you, JB. Good call. Hey, appreciate you for joining me. Definitely. Yeah, appreciate you. Hopefully, I'll see you guys for tomorrow's night stream, the Seahawks and the Steelers. But, yeah, absolutely enjoy the rest of the day with these great college football games for sure, guys. And then see you guys tomorrow night. But, yeah, you guys take care. And I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. But, yeah, you guys take care and enjoy the rest of your Saturday.